Whenever I'm on Clubhouse, I'm looking for Iron Sharpens Iron with my man, Poetic Black and Written in Pain.
As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
The story. I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. You know, I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, you know, where you're waking people up, you know what I'm saying, bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron, sharpeth iron.
Let the depths of my words serve their purpose. Let my cursive curse these stereotypes and expose these fallacies sought to taint our legacy. I remember when we were kings, and my pages are the memoirs. Every scar from rawhide whips to every black man, woman, and child lynched, these stanzas are an attempt to let their voices be heard. Walk with me on pavements of poverty. Try eat and sleep for dinner 4 nights out the week. Or creep them Brooklyn streets to make ends meet. Then you can speak of our so-called bad decisions. Because when mom is crack addicted and dad is newly convicted, that child is in one hell of a predicament. So I spit this for that kid and his siblings. And this ink is intended to uplift. Spread this gift beyond the parameters of open mic venues and slams. I want to reach those jammed up on the Ave in pursuit to get cash by hook or crook. I want to look in their eyes and tell them that I don't sympathize, I empathize, and I realize it's hard to live straight when you got to swerve to get by and you got to die to get rich. So I guess we finally made it when we end up in that ditch. But my intent is to switch the lights on and fix that glitch. 'Cause amidst these thugs, there's wayward hearts departed and misguided, residing in the darkest part of the hood where good days are next to none and guns are easy to come by. So fuck your applauds and accolades. Because this script is for the gangsters, crooks, and runaways who been afraid of what them lonely days have to offer and the cost to breathe. They're painted, living every minute like it's their last. That's why I crash my pen in this pad and exploit my craft in order to create a path for the have-nots, set standards for the unfortunate, and expose corporate like the slut she is. And this is only a glimpse of my sentiment. My prose is reminiscent of prophecy, chock full of metaphors intended for our recovery. So fuck if a label discover me. So long as my ink stain remain amongst the weary and the used, the falsely accused, the bruised, those who know what it feels like to walk in them shoes of despair, while running in these streets of sin, but within our sincere souls suffering from the crime of circumstance. So of course their stance morally is corrupted. So why blame them? So I gave them the depths of my words to serve their purpose. And I let my cursive surf the lines of my verses in search of better days. But until then, let my pen fill that void to avoid us from an early grave. And there's many shades of a lie, but one truth. So in that light, let me resonate the crevices of this booth and ignite this mic as a testament. And the investment of my life as a scribe is the proof that I mean this.
A man was digging in the remains of his burnt down home. Just digging, digging, and digging. While digging in this hole, he found a small chest. There was nothing extravagant about the chest. It wasn't extremely beautiful at all, but it was whole. And by some means, it had survived this fire. You know, he cherished it, keeping it close to his chest at all times. And then one day his son saw him with this chest clenched to his chest and asked him, why, father, do you walk around with this thing? His father looked at him simply and said, well, I love it, son. It was at this moment the son dug into his pocket and pulled out a key. The father snatched the key, excited to open the chest. He unlocked it, looked inside, only to find a rotten, maggot-filled heart, somehow still beating. The father looked at it, then looked at his son, then looked at it, then looked at his son again and said, you knew this was in here the whole time and kept the key from me? Why? The son looked at his father and said simply, after I burnt down the house, I didn't think you'd go digging through the trash. That was written in pain.
Welcome to another episode of Iron Sharpeth Iron. I'm your host, Poetic Black. Written in Pain, are you in the building, my brother?
Yes, sir, I'm in the building.
What's good with you, King? How was your week, man?
Man, this week was cool, man. It was interesting, man. A lot of interesting things going on, man. I don't know if you heard about that. There was a situation where, like, this dude was, like, physically assaulting this woman. And, like, she called her son, and her son came in there and shot the dude. And I was just like, yo,
put that heat up in his ass. That's what he did.
Yeah, man. I saw a lot of people commenting about, how they would handle it. And, they pretty much would do the same thing. And they,
Yeah.
So I was just, it got to me. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. That was horrific, man. I actually caught up with the video and actually seen the video. And, he was on one, man. Like, I don't know what women he had in his life, but to get to that point, man, you know what I'm saying? And if he had the time to say, you say one more word, I'm going to let you have it. He had enough time to just walk away. Let that de-escalate, but it's unfortunate. It was crazy though.
Yeah, man, and I think that was in Chicago. It was in Illinois, and they don't got no problem. They don't got no problem pulling out the heat out there. So I don't know what was on his mind.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the boy pretty much got exonerated. I don't think.
They dropped all the charges. They definitely dropped all the charges. I read that. That was a good look. But on that note, bro, I wanted to make mention of something because you brought it up. Isn't it just ironic, when it comes to who looks like you, there's no restraint. There's no restraint on both sides. Both sides, even though one side was more warranted than the other, there is no restraint. when it comes to someone who looks like you. You know, had that been someone else, maybe, maybe it would have been a more decorum, because I find it hard to believe, that dude would do that to someone else, someone who
I
didn't look like
find
him.
it hard to believe that if that dude would have been in Whole Foods or in
Exactly.
Starbucks having a similar altercation, that it would have went down that way.
It
You know what I
wouldn't have.
mean?
It wouldn't have. But it just goes to show you that it's something, dealing with us, man, when we see each other, and it's this thing that we have to change, that we don't find no pause button. There's no pause button. There's no reverence for someone who look just like you, understanding, compassion, empathy. There's none of that. It's on go time. But I find people be hesitating when the skin is fairer. And I think that's all, it's something that's programmed in us. Something that's programmed. And I just found that very interesting because you made mention of it, man. It's crazy though, man.
Yeah, man. But this week, this was a cool week, man. We down to the poetic part of the week. I know it's your favorite part of the week,
Yes,
so we here.
this is definitely my favorite part of the week. School is out. If you got, I don't know, if some people that who their kids still got school, man. I be looking at you guys, man, having the having that freedom, But damn, my daughter out of school already, man, and yeah, that changed the schedule up a lot. So there's a lot of daddy daughter stuff going on, with me for the whole week, But it's cool though. I'm loving it. But
If y'all been here before, or if you haven't been here before, y'all know if y'all want to get on this stage, you simply gotta type iron in the chat, and
and
we'll get this started. It was one other thing, man. I wanted to talk about the NBA real quick, man.
mhm.
A lot of shady, little sneaky things going on in the league, little trades happening, a lot of this, a lot of that. And I'm telling you this, man. If a super team emerged this offseason involving LeBron James, delete the NBA, man. Delete the NBA. That's all I want to say.
It's a lot of stuff going on. I've seen a lot of trades happening, man. It's a lot of trades. I hope New York gets somebody good out of the ordeal. But it's a lot of trades going on. I heard Harden, he's up on the block. I heard they got rid of Poole. It's looking crazy, man. All over the NBA is looking crazy. I want to see how this next season is going to turn out. But I agree with you, man. LeBron, he has to get a certain amount of rings in order, for him to fulfill that position that he's pretty much in right now. So I
It's
don't
too
know.
late. It's too late. He already got too many tries and fails. It's too late. It's too late for him.
I don't
Uh,
know.
it's too late. What I was gonna say, yeah, so I see some irons. I see some irons that popped up. So bro, if you ready, I'm
All
ready.
right. So who's first on the list? We getting right
First
to it.
on the mic. First on the mic. Oh, Ebony's in the building.
Don't skip her this week, man, with your bad eyesight,
She
man.
first, man. She first.
All
She
right, so let's
first.
bring Ebony on up to the stage, man. Hey, Ebony, what's good with you? What's good with you?
Hey, how y'all doing? Happy Saturday.
Good, good. I'm
Happy
feeling good. Happy
Saturday.
Saturday. What you about to tear us down with?
I'm actually gonna go a little light. I'm working on my book right now and trying to go ahead and get the thing finished so I can have some more merch here shortly. So I'm gonna read a poem that I think is gonna go in the book.
All right.
Oh, so you done memorized the poem you was reading for 2 weeks? You got it? You good?
The memorization wasn't what I was working on specifically, like that was, but it was also the breathing, where I'm gonna breathe at, all my pauses, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
But you got it now. You good.
I was gonna do it again, but I said, nah, I'm gonna do something different. I ain't gonna keep knocking y'all upside the head with my little poem.
We
Look, 'cause I was
appreciate you,
going
Ebony.
room to room. I don't give a fuck.
It seemed like I kept catching you too everywhere. I said, "Oh, they go that
Yeah,
poem
yeah,
again."
I heard about like 4 times. I heard about like 4 times. I was like, yo, she should have it by now. She definitely should have it by now. We don't know if you Steve Iron because you all over the place now. You it's on Apple and everything, so I don't know. People might be like, "Yo, well, that's the same poem. This is the same episode. What's going on?" But yeah,
See?
well, we ready
So
though.
now I'll hit y'all with something different vibe. Yeah,
All
something I
right,
think gonna go on my book.
all right. You got the
All right,
stage,
Ebony, you
Queen.
got the.
Some over the rainbow, way up high. There's a land that I've heard of once in the lullaby. There's no pain like goodbye. So I send season's greeting to seasonal depression, finally giving my eyes permission to cry. It was the worst thing I've ever done. I'm not even sure anymore if this moment was real. I just moved on somehow. Never given my heart the opportunity to heal, but does this torment ever end? Does it change the reality that you are no longer here? Good mornings never truly die. And I find it ironic how your burial grounds ushered in life after death. I just wish you weren't a casualty. I asked for forgiveness for my sins, drowned in my own tears, tainted by the treacherous tongue of Satan, anchored by the weight of my mother's fears. I slipped into a sunken place, drifted on idealistic memories. I fell into a trance as I scraped my eye on a cloud and poured out my pain. Thought it was time for morning, so I turned on the rain and it washed me, made me over again, cleansed me. Morning isn't always birthed through sunshine, yet there's always a chance for rainbows, so I know there's still hope. I've journeyed through yesterday looking for a glimpse of your face, but my body never welcomed you in. So I placed you in my dreams, swaddled you in clouds for clothing, and released you into the waters of heaven, praying that you float right into God's arms. And no matter how far you fly, no matter how long it takes my heart to cry, I will always be one phone call away from heaven's gates. So one day, you will finally see that you were my dream, and that some dreams don't have to be reality to be real.
Wow. Beautiful poem, Ebony. Very sincere, very genuine. You had some great similes in there. You know, the similes you used and metaphors was damn. If you don't mind me asking, what was this poem? What was this poem in reference to?
So the poem is in reference to a miscarriage I had some years ago, about 12 years ago, and on Clubhouse in the room. Laquita had a prompt, not this particular poem, but she had another prompt, and I finally admitted, it's like I had been carrying that weight for so long, and I was finally able to talk about it and express it. And so since then, I've been trying to, heal. And so this is just one of the many poems I've written talking about that situation.
So powerful and profound. I got that from the poem, but I didn't want to just assume. But very beautiful words, and it resonates. I'm pretty sure it resonates, with a lot of people that had to go through that turmoil. Men and women, because men go through it when their spouse go through it. It's a very is a very hard time. So I applaud you for having the courage to write it, you know, to be that strength, that beacon of strength for other people who have went through it, you know, and give them some type of solace with that poem. But I thought it was so beautiful and it was well written and very sincere and genuine, man. Great job, Ebony. Great job. Payne, what you thought about it?
Uh, there's a term I use sometimes called beautiful misery, and it's just a term I use when artistically you could take something that usually or is attached to bad feelings or negative feelings or disheartened feelings or heartbroken feelings. Through art, you find a way to express it in a way. And you know, I've gotten backlash for using that term. However, I thought this was a beautiful piece of art. Um, you know, I know that that's a painful thing to go through, but your expression of it made it so that maybe somebody who hasn't gone through it could connect to that emotion. And definitely people who have gone through it, who maybe can't articulate it, could definitely resonate with it. Um, there's something about your delivery that I've noticed over time. It's like you're very controlled. Like you know when to let go, you know when to kind of hone it in, and you're very good at that. And I thought that this poem, especially, you showed a lot of control in your delivery, but it still hit the marks. And I just thought it was a great piece of art, Ebony. And you already know I'm a fan of your work, so I appreciate you coming through with that.
Thank
Yeah,
y'all for listening.
definitely, definitely, sis. Definitely. Beautiful piece. Wow, man.
Now I'm finna go get drunk.
Enjoy. I'm about to. Enjoy.
Wow, man. Great piece of work, man. And that's the way to set it off. Let's get it, man. Who we got next on the mic, my brother?
I believe. Let me make sure, because you know I don't need nobody blowing up my eyesight and all that, talking about who can't see and all of that. Next on the mic, next on the mic is Miss Lady.
Oh, let's get it. Let's bring Miss Lady on up to the stage. Hey, Queen, how you doing?
Hi there. So I have a special guest with me, and I don't have a problem with going back in the queue for myself.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's good? What's good?
So that my daughter EDJ is going to take my turn, and then I'll go back in the queue.
Nah, you can.
Hi.
This
We
what
got
we'll
both.
do. This what we'll
We
do.
can
We'll do y'all back to back.
back
So
to
let
back.
her go, and then you follow up.
Okay, I just wanted to be fair. So good evening, all. Hey, what's going on, Poetic Black? What's going on, Written in Pain? It's good to
Hey,
be here.
Queen.
What's
Oh
going
man,
on? You got the
Hi.
half voice,
I'm
or you got
excited, man. We just got the equipment back up and running from when you shut the mic down last week. So I'm
I'm excited to
really
be here.
interested in seeing what we gonna get this week. Oh man.
I'm excited to be here.
Me too.
So for those of you who don't know, EDJ is my daughter. She's 12. She just had her feature on Monday, if I'm not mistaken. My whole day, all my days are running together. We have everything going on. Yeah, she's looking at me like I'm crazy.
I don't remember when my feature was either.
So yes, she's going to do her piece, and then we are so fortunate to be allowed to go as well. Yay!
This is gonna be great. Let's get it.
All right, so we were going to shout out the mods.
Shout out to the mods.
Shout
And
out to
all
you,
our
little
people.
sister. Oh, hold on. Let me give you the introduction that you deserve. Coming to the stage. Let's give a warm, warm welcome for the beautiful young empress, EDJ.
Looped perfectionism. I move in perfectly symmetrical circles to everyone's chagrin. Never learning my lesson. Simply repeating the cycle again. Feel like I'm cornered by consequences if I don't. They say I'm in trouble if I do. My way seems perfectly fine till the consequences have their say, and I'm forced to pay my dues. The everlasting cold on my body never ceases to disappear. The aftermath of bearing the want to go here. It's dangerous, my mother said, but I didn't listen, and I was in an unhappy position. Then I attempted to listen, then I just did it again. Then I attempted to listen, then I just did it again. This endless loop of forever existing in trouble seems destined never to end. Guess my quest for perfection was doomed to fail before even attempted. The most minute mistake, and I spend an eternity regretting it. Can't understand why my efforts are constantly thwarted as hard as I try, expecting no errors as I trip and fall over my pride. It's insanity, and I can't explain why this would place it as an attainable goal for me. Maybe my thirst won't be quenched until I find the hidden key. Trying to erase my past mistakes, thinking it's supposed to be a piece of cake for others' sakes, maybe I'll stop this mindset, but thoughts lead my mind into space. Dodging bullets and meteoroids, me practically trying to be an android with my non-understandable standalone station rendered incapable, my mind is unstable, brilliant and bendable, yet unintelligible syllable spill. Just one card short of a full deck. I try so hard just to be perfect. Thank you for joining the EDJ experience.
Wow. There's 2 bombs for that. We getting 2 bombs for that. 2 bombs for that. Wow. Absolutely phenomenal. The first thing that just popped in my head was, wow, 12 years old. That's crazy. It's a reflection of your surroundings, your environment, your upbringing. You are so in tune. You said the endless loop of forever. The endless loop of forever. You pointed out so many different pieces, so many different elements of the perils of the youth. You know, the youth are oftentimes hasty. They want to do things their way. I want to do it my way. Yeah, I know how to do it. And when they fall, you know, this is where they get their experience from. In this poem, you're bringing light to the constant mistakes, how your mom is telling you to do one thing, or, you know, and you're doing something opposite, and you're seeing the perils of it. You're seeing the mishaps of it, but you're learning. It was so much wisdom wrapped up in these stanzas. And I'm not even going to talk about delivery. Delivery is on point. When I say on point, I'm gonna let Payne talk about delivery. That's his thing.
Please stay in your lane.
That's the takeout, man. That's the takeout, man. But wow, man. Absolutely phenomenal. I was blown away from the content alone and just the mindfulness of this poem. It was just absolutely phenomenal. Brilliant. Great job. Payne, what
Thank
you
you
thought?
so much. I really appreciate this.
Most definite, sis.
Yeah. So first of all, I've been writing poetry since I was a kid. When I was 12 years old, I was writing poems about like ice cream and like birds and stuff like that. I was no way thinking about the things you're thinking about, which is so impressive, and it's just enlightening to know that, you know, you being at the age you are, that you already are thinking on that level in terms of your artistry. However, I do want to get into the technical part of your writing. I'm a fan of rhyme schemes. I don't remember all of the lines, but it was like this rhyme scheme you did with like cake. I can't remember. But I was like, oh, okay. And then you did this whole runoff that ended with what did you say? It was something like a syllable spell. You and it was like but you went on this.
I can re-say the lines again.
Yeah. Please, thank you.
Okay. The Dodging bullets and meteoroids, me practically trying to be an android with my non-understandable standalone station rendered incapable. My mind is unstable, brilliant, and bendable, yet unintelligible syllable spell.
Fire.
That was incredible. And I'm gonna tell you why I thought that was great also. Uh it was just a very strategic point in the poem for you to switch your cadence up and do that. And then you went back into the original cadence. It's a lot of poets way older than you that don't know how to do that. So I
Facts.
just want to commend you and tell you that you are already a great writer. And I just look forward to what it's just very refreshing. You know, Poetic Black and myself, we care a lot about the future of poetry. And you just reinforced the fact that it's in good hands. And I appreciate you for coming through and sharing that piece.
Indeed, sister.
I'm really humbled by that. Thank you, and that means a lot to me.
One more round of applause for EDJ. That was absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, that was just absolutely just brilliant. They say that the apple don't fall far from the tree. In this case right here, we can see that is actual facts. Oh my goodness, man. Miss Lady.
Sorry, the child is she was staying up late, so she was trying to go to sleep now. She said good night.
Good night, good night. Oh
Good
my
night to
goodness.
EDJ.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations. You have a prodigy on your hand. And it just is a testament. It's a testament of who you are. You know, to have your offspring come and represent herself like that. It's man, I want to know what's going on in your house, man. I know there's a lot of growth and progress going on in your house, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It shows.
A lot of work. A lot of work. A lot of
Indeed.
work, some rolled eyes sometimes. But I really do appreciate y'all. I told her, she needed to take some of this time that she does have, and I do try to let her perform from time to time. But again, school does come first, and she does have some things going on. If y'all check out the PTR, her single does drop soon, so
Oh
we
yeah,
are very
yeah.
excited.
Let us know when that drop. We gonna definitely play it on the show. We definitely gonna
Oh,
play it.
appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Definitely.
Right. Yeah. So appreciative of y'all for pouring into her. She does not have the confidence of her pen. I told her she outwrote me when I started writing at 8. Man, I wasn't even there.
Mhm.
So but thank you. Thank you so much. So I want to shout y'all out for having this space, for allowing my daughter to be on here and for giving her the feedback that she does need to continue to grow. And yeah, shout out to all my peeps in the room. And I do have a piece.
Let's get it.
This piece right here is for those of you who did not know, I do have a book that's coming out because the child's here and listening. We will not say when it's coming out, but it will be out soon. And we will also be having an audio version because some people said they wanted that as well. This is the one of the pieces that will be part of that, and it was dedicated to her. And since we're coming straight out of June, it's only July 1st, I figured it's only appropriate to do this piece. So here we go. I taught my daughter to have low expectations of others simply so that she wouldn't be disappointed by the underwhelming of humanity. Because humans have a penchant for letting you down. Misplaced faith will get you killed or at the very least have a promise unfulfilled. Why not learn early? I taught her to always carry a mirror so that she would be reminded of the one person she could count on. Sometimes it takes 3 men to perform the task of one. I don't know if I was prouder of the 3 academic degrees I held or more pissed off that as a woman of a different shade in the world we live in, I wasn't really afforded the opportunity to attain any less. Uno, I was allowed into the room. Dos, allowed a seat at the table. Tres, shh. Now they listened. The state license, 2 certificates, and other state certifications afforded me to have the opportunity to have them
see me. I write my own ticket. Now that's the ticket. Get it, kid? I taught my daughter what was taught to me. 2 strikes. 1, skin color. 2, female. Now, armed with that knowledge, go out there and be the best version of you that you can be. See those degrees? Before I even got those, your grandfather said they wouldn't be able to take them away from me. And that's why I tell you to read and study. EDUCATE. Now, that's the secret weapon. And for 12 years, it's free. Now, armed with that knowledge, go out there and be the best version of you that you can be. Why do you think reading was punishable by death during slavery? Because an educated person of color is more dangerous than one armed with bullets. And library access is free. Inhale those words. Remember, learning is a verb. Before you know it, my legacy will be you, leaving your indelible mark upon this earth. Scorch it with your color. Without the darkness, there can be no light, but you are not the dictionary definition of black. Black, adjective, sullen, atrociously wicked, dismal, calamitous, noun, that which is destitute of life, verb, to soil. You are a Nubian princess, yes, and you'll grow to be a queen. Don't forget, you have the ability to attain the things of which you dream. They may have stop signs, but God bless you with a light within you that shines bright. It's go time. It's green. And He came that we might have life and have it more abundantly. So you see, armed with that knowledge, go out there and be the best version of you that you can be. I'm this lady. And honestly, I drop mics for my daughter all the time. Thank you for having me.
2 bombs for that one. Oh, man. Yeah, you drop mics for real, Miss Lady. You drop mics for real. This poem was impeccable, man. Profound, man. Delivery right out the gate. It's beautiful when you see it. You know, you be around a lot of different artists. Some artists have it, some don't. But it's obvious that you have it. That switch, you know, how your speaking voice is, you know, very pleasant and all that. But for the sake of the poem and to deliver that sentiment of the poem, you just switch right into gears. It's like a whole different persona came out, and it was right on point. You didn't have to warm up to get to the apex. You was right there from the very first syllable. This joint was just crazy, man. I love the fact that you said learning is a verb, you know, denoting action. Denoting action, meaning you got to go out and get it. And I thought this was just a great ode to legacy. This was a great ode to legacy, man. Very inspiring, very, 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 inspirational. Great job. Great job. Payne, what you thought about it?
I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you.
Most definite, sis.
This was a legacy poem. I dug the fact that it just you reading this right after us hearing your daughter is what really put the bow on it for me, because it's like prophecy. It's like living proof. It's like you live in what you're saying. And the part when you quoted your father saying that they can't take these degrees from you, that resonated with me. There was a part, I don't want to misquote you. Did you say without darkness there can't be light? What did you say?
Without the darkness, there can be no light.
I love that. I love that. I love this piece, Miss Lady, and I thank you for coming through and sharing that, and I thank you for allowing us to get some of your daughter's light, because I appreciate it. I appreciate the whole bundle you came through with tonight.
Thank you for having me, and I appreciate y'all all the time. Thank you so much.
Most definite, sis. We appreciate you too, sis. Oh man, we setting it off lovely, man. This is it, man. That's why this is my favorite part of the week. This is the reason why. Oh my goodness, man. Pain. Who we got next,
Yes,
man?
sir.
Who we got next?
Elizabeth.
Before we bring Cold Blooded on up, man. Yo,
All right. All right.
bro. Did you just witness what I witnessed, man? I don't know, man. Like,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's how shit's supposed to go.
yes, man. Yo, that it reminds me of this poem that I wrote for my daughter when she was first born. This was the first poem I wrote for her after she was born. And it's called Shine Bright. And it's so many different elements. I'm talking from a baby, you know, but it was so much that Miss Lady was pouring in, you know, as far as like, you know, direction and guidance. And it was phenomenal, man. And like you said, man, that's the way it's supposed to be, man. I love to see that, man. I love to see that, man. That's legacy. That's what it is, and that's what it looks like.
Indeed.
And it's
Indeed.
beautiful, man. All right, let's bring on up to the stage, you know, the one and only. You know her. Miss She still ain't on the stage yet. What's good, Elizabeth?
Sorry. I was like, oh,
What's good with you? What's good with you? How you been?
I've been good. How are you guys?
All right, we good. We good. What you got for the people today?
What do I got? Okay. This piece is called In the Silence.
In the silence.
In the silence, he loves me. Not whispers, not a word. His actions echo loudly. And the way is oft left unheard. He loves me in the spaces between the here and now. An unspoken affirmation that doesn't ask how. He loves me when his fingers can't trace the roadmap of my skin. It's not seeking destination, but appreciating where they've been. And his eyes cannot lock with mine. A universe unspoken, an ocean of devotion that I can just soak in. His love, it's a fortress. It's a steadfast, quiet, and in the silence of the moments of when the world feels all wrong. His love, it's the sunrise that wakes me from my nightmares. Hushed yet radiant symphony and infinite silence dreams. His love is the pauses and the moments in between, and it's the gesture soft and tender and the moments left unseen. His love is the early morning and the tranquility of night, the unspoken sentences of love. His silence is my light. And a million silent sonnet love letters left unread, lying in the details of the life that he has gently led. His love is the silent poem, penned with every breath, a testament to the unwavering, a promise, a touch, a glance, a subtle smile. The canvas of the love he speaks volumes of his feelings, the kind we're all in awe of. His love is the quietude, the calm within the storm. And the silent moments of affection, his love takes form in every quiet instance where words would dare intrude. He loves me in the silence in every latitude. And so I listen to the silence, to the poetry he weaves in the silent moment he loves and leaves. He loves me in the silence of a symphony unsung, and his love speaks without language in the way he left among unuttered.
yet understood, louder than any boast, and he loves me best when angry by not speaking the things he would later regret. His love is better than me, and for in the silence, he has loved me better than most.
Okay, okay, Elizabeth, I'm sold. The delivery on this poem was crazy. Like I could feel your emotional imprint in the poem, and your delivery of the poem was like, I want to say audio Broadway because I really felt like you was pouring your heart out. Good job, Elizabeth.
Yeah. Wow, man. This was an epic performance. The emotion, it really felt like it came from a real place. From the very first line, in silence, he loves me. I thought that was just very thought provoking because I was thinking like where she's going with this you know, is this one of those situations where, oh, I'll love you in the dark, but in public I don't want to be seen with you type of things. But it seemed like it was something more greater than that, man. It was very heartfelt. Like you had a connection, and the delivery was like epic. I agree with Payne. This was definitely to the level of audio Broadway. It seemed like he was on the verge of tears. Maybe it was just that, just that real, that the tears were coming, man. But I really felt it. I really felt the emotion of this piece. I thought you did an excellent job. And I know it was written from a real place. Great job, Elizabeth.
Thank you, guys.
Definitely. Wow. They pulling on the heartstrings today. Whoa. That was very, 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 very emotionally driven, man. And it was just epic, man. Great, great, great job. All right, Payne. Damn. We got time for one more before the intermission? Oh yeah, we got time for a few
We
more.
do, we do, we do, we do, we do.
All
Next
right.
on the mic is Edwina Simmons.
Oh, let's bring the queen on up. Good evening, sis. How you doing?
Good evening.
I'm doing great. It's great to be here. Great to hear all of this beautiful poetry.
Love to have you here. Can't wait to hear what you're gonna bring to the people. Let's go. You there's no censorship. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, do your thing, man.
Okay. This piece is called Sukihana the River Sprite.
This is going to be interesting.
What? What?
You said Suki. Say that. Say that one more time.
Yeah, please say it again.
It's called Sukihana the River Sprite.
The River Spray. Yo, this is going to be good. Let's go.
The River Sprite. Yeah.
The River Sprite?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get it.
All right. It's hard to heal in the heat of summer. Even the sun has a weapon, and the sky is an overbearing lover. So the children play in the river. It was never shallow, but wound deep. Still, the watchful women stand nearby. These children are the drowning kind at the shallow end. The handsome girl cried as she birthed her baby into a tainted pool full of tears. Water meant only to run through, never deep or moving enough to cleanse, an invalidated baptism or a mock drowning, dependent on the regard of the lips unburdening the recollection. Either way, the girl child would be scrubbing away the stains for years, as her disdain for her living state perfumed the air, so threatening the flies had begun collecting. From her flowed an unceasing river, monochromatic rainbow. It appeared to be blood, but it seldom ever was, much too tacky and saccharine sweet, so saith any troglodyte heavy-handed enough to take a bite, too bright and staining, painting a prideful passageway down her legs. Her bloom before she blossomed. If you let tall tales tell it, it poured in rivers. They said sis had a white liver and a tongue they were quite sure forked in two, simultaneously tickling taint and lapping at earlobes. Good Lord, it had to be something in the waters, something tainted, permeating seed and fermenting fresh fruit. Something too easy eased its way into her DNA. She had a flow, but it's like the river ran the wrong way, or the opposite swirl of a toilet, of a foreign toilet, depending on the perspective of those recalling it. Spoiled twice over, the old ways would call it. See, a narrow tube mind and a heart that big will forever be the recipe for over-friendly pussies, and it's wild how they sprout up overzealous like a come-hither patch of pussy willows, fit only to put unruly menfolk to sleep. I mean, what could be sweeter than bedding a bed of flowers good for a laying? But the girl and the child and their foremothers had laid conjoined feet to head in an amalgamated mess of scantily dressed sugar bushes, rocking all the accoutrement of the finest of hoochie mamas. Their roots interwoven and hung into a makeshift covenant of what must be done to protect the babes from the unslayed beast. They had agreed that if every daughter of Eve should leave her bud on the altar, they wouldn't have to be any slaughter. They reasoned leading a lamb to this latter sort of little death, assured the bloodshed would be brief, though reoccurring. Every animal in this jungle must find its teeth and claws. You will need to learn to fight and accept a certain amount of scars. An ecosystem sounds better on the mouth than a body of matter that feeds on itself. But again, the understanding hangs solely on the perception of the man dissecting the scene. See, too often we behold the forest wholly like it ain't made of individual trees. The woods and their shoulds and coulds be the very reason we can never seem to put out all these fires. Why, in spite of it, we remain so dense, but we shan't attach the damning story to its shadow. It implies that the whole is somehow responsible for its harrowing adaptations of the few, and that's just something we don't do, an absolution we afford ourselves in a zero-sum game where we blame and point fingers, ever adding accurate actions to this toxic little pool. But the girl child, though, it never did escape her that the very same lake she bathed in, she'd watch the neighbor boy piss and a drunken man shit and a preacher wash away all Mr. Peter James Bottom bitch's sins. Ain't no way these the waters God intended her to wade in, she reasoned. On the flip side of that same coin, I bet God wondering what the hell we always waiting on. The river was meant to be living proof, showing the ever moving power of flow. So one day she leaned over I lost my place. So one day she leaned over the edge for perspective and beheld her own reflection, and delighted in the sight of her river sprout soul, closed her eyes, opened her throat, and what came forth was a message blessed by the elders, Oshun and Olokun, the family she thought had forgotten her name. So saith, oh goodness, I lost my place completely. I'm so sorry. This thing just slammed closed on me. I'm
It's
gonna stop right
cool.
there then. I'm
It's cool.
sorry.
No, it's cool. It's cool, sis. Take your time and find your
Okay.
place. Take your time and find your place.
I'm using my note. I'm so sorry, y'all. So one day, she leaned over the edge for perspective and beheld her own reflection and delighted in the sight of her river sprite soul, closed her eyes and opened her throat, and what came forth was a message blessed by the elders Oshun and Olokun, the family she thought had forgotten her name, saying, daughter, you are the wave maker your mothers prayed for. You don't have to remain in the collected corners of these waters. It only feels safe to stay in this stagnant mess because you haven't met the ocean yet. Let go and grow on motion alone until you find the biggest, most bountiful body and put your name on it. Your destiny is your only dowry, poor, unpretty feeling black girl. Your presence of mind is a sacred gift. Do with the two as you wish, my mighty little river sprite. You are at least that free as long as you breathe. Pussy ain't your only superpower. And though it's harder to heal in the heat of summer, there is retribution and a dive into the pools you ain't used to.
You always gonna get always gonna get me with that Orisha talk. Talk that Orisha talk. Listen, you a writer, and it's in your every stanza that you love writing. Um, man, it was fascinating. Some of when you I think you said too easy to ease its way into her DNA or something like that. It was
Yeah,
it was lines.
something too easy. Something too easy eased its way into her DNA.
Yeah, that was it's little it's you said monocratic rainbows.
Yeah, a
Oh man,
monochromatic rainbow.
that was it.
Yo. Your grasp of the English vocabulary is impressive. And I'm a fan of the way you write and how you weave words together. I'm gonna let Black get into the sentiment of the piece and all of those things, but uh, just just from one writer to another, I can tell you love words. I can tell you love writing, and that was just an impressive display of both of those things. And I appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Oh man, I'm just gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a bean, man. Uh, I was like, wow. Then I said, what the fuck? I was like, this was one of those pieces. I couldn't take notes. I was so entertained. I couldn't take notes. You ever heard of Lupe Fiasco?
Oh yeah.
All right, he got this album called Food and Liquor. He got one and two, part one and part two, right? But he got this sister in the beginning of the album, and she spit this poem called Food and Liquor. Your voice remind me of her. It do. Your cadence is very pleasing. And for real, I wanted to ask you, do you perform or do you just write?
I've began performing lately. I've been performing a little bit, trying to get my feet out there, but I've
You're
loved
gonna kill with
writing
that
since I was
poem.
a child.
Oh
Thank you.
man, I'm gonna tell you
You're
this,
gonna
sis.
kill with that poem.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. I'm gonna tell you this. You are a writer. I agree with Payne. You are a writer. But the inflections, your cadence, everything that you did with that poem, I could tell, you know what I'm saying? Because it's very wordy and it's very intricate. So you stumbled a couple of times, but that was okay. You kept my attention the entire poem. I was just engulfed. And I was like, wow, your cadence, you got the cadence of a spoken word artist. And you commit this poem to memory. I would pay money to see you perform this.
And she was
Wow, really?
reminding me. She was reminding me of Sonny Patterson a little bit.
Oh my gosh. I love Sonny Patterson and Jasmine Mans. I love them both so much. Those are two of my favorite
Yeah,
spoken
you
word
was
Wow.
giving me Sonny Patterson vibes with this poem. I didn't say that, but
artists.
you absolutely were giving me Sonny Patterson vibes.
Oh, thank you.
This was phenomenal. And now let's talk about the sentiment of this. Because we got into the pleasantries, but still we got to deal with the sentiment of this poem. I thought this was brilliant. I thought this is what happens when you pull the covers back, when you address the elephant in the room, when everybody say, yo, let's just stop what we're doing and address this big ass stinking ass elephant in the room, and let's get it up out of here. And this was on so many different levels. You used her as a prop, really, but you wasn't just talking to her. You was talking to the mindset that creates this persona, because it's a persona. Like some of the shit I be seeing Sukiyana do, I'll be like, yo, songs and shit. It'd be like, yo, what, she said that? Like with wow factor. But you made mention of a lot of things that's going on in our community that's not being addressed. And I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. Your storytelling ability. If nobody knew who Sukiyana was, you know,
Mhm.
you gave a wonderful, you know,
Mhm.
entertaining, you know, journey of like, yo, this is what's going on. See what's going on. This is bigger than just the surface. Let's dig deeper. Let's see
Right.
why this is happening. It's not just about, oh, what she's doing on TV. It's about something deeper than that. It's bigger than that. And this
Mhm.
was a profound poem, man. I ain't bullshitting you either. This was a profound poem, and I really enjoyed it. And I'm going back to the replay, and I'm gonna listen to this. I'm going to listen to this. Well, the replay won't be up, but I'm going to listen to it because I have the recording. But I'm going to listen to this so I can really sink my teeth in it because it was just so many different levels. This was like an onion. This had layers, layers.
Thank
Great job. Great job, Edwina.
thank you. I'll try to bring it back to you guys once I just wrote this like a little while ago, so
Oh,
I haven't really
man.
gotten all of the kinks out.
You just wrote this a little while ago, meaning today? This was written today?
Oh no, it wasn't written all today. I've been working
Oh,
on it
all right,
today.
all
Like
right.
I just wrote it this weekend though.
All right. Oh,
I mean
man.
Friday. Yeah, yesterday I wrote it. I wrote it
This this
yesterday
this is
and I've
this is
been
a
playing with it
profound
today.
piece. It's profound, man. And you get this to memory, you would kill this on a stage, B. You would have everybody's attention. Cause this is one of those
Mm,
poems that make you stop and think and yo, let's talk about this. You know? And it was so deep. You went deep. It wasn't surface level. And I really dug it, man. I really, really dug this, man. Great job, Edwina. Great job.
thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the space. I appreciate you all.
Most definite, sis. Oh man, Pain. Yo, man. We got this right here, man. This first half right here, man. I don't know, man. We got to start doing something for the first half to the second half. Who's going to kill it more? Is the first half of the show going to kill or is the second half of the show going to kill? Whoa. I think we got time for one more before the intermission, man. Who we got next, bro?
Listen, if you want to get on the mic, you know you got to type iron in the chat so you can be in queue. Next on the mic is Eric Keller.
Oh, Uncle Eric up in the building. Let's bring the brother on up to the stage. Brother Eric, man, what's good, King? How are you doing, my brother?
Brad, what's good? Poetic Black,
What?
written in pain. How y'all feeling?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Glad to see you, man. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. What's good, man?
Nothing, man. I'm glad to be here. I'll be looking for y'all on Saturdays, but my schedule be crazy, so I'm glad to be up here. I love what you guys doing, and you guys are definitely an inspiration to
Appreciate you.
the craft. Yes, sir. All right, well, I'm gonna do this
Thank you, bro.
piece called "The Sick Sense."
The
It's a
Sixth
play off of the
Sense.
movie The Sixth Sense.
I like it.
I might make you feel uneasy as I'm sharing this, but I think sex starts every second. I've got a sick sense. See, I see clothed women naked, and I hate it. I mean, I love it, but I hate it, and I'm broken, and I'm also broke. So I might make you feel uneasy as I'm sharing this, but I chose these words. I spoke to you like you're my therapist, and with my barren chest exposed, I know bros will question what's wrong with undressing women with your mind and visioning the draws, the G string, the invisible panty line. I've got that upside down triangular crotch. Watch, wow, or how about the profound body shape of the round booty and tights? Now that's a masterpiece for my sight as I'm accurately assessing a sister's breast size. What are you, a 32? No, 34. See, oh well, damn, you're not wearing a bra at all. Make no mistake, kid. I I see clothed women naked, but I don't see her. I I don't see her. I don't see her eyes because I'm consumed by their thighs, and I can't see her soul because I'm polarized by the Panasonic picture of perfectly placing my pole into their holes, and I don't let her see my soul. No, 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 because with just one look, I know that she know that I have this sick sense. See, there is just There is just a truth I need to confess. It's like it's like it's like a bad congestion. I need to get it off my chest, but my quest for liberation, I realized my realization. See, society molested me. Vacuumed me of virtue till there was nothing left in me. And to my victims, I know I hurt you. I never meant to pervert you. You were no more than a temporary squirt. I was obsessed to get under your skirt. I became possessed when I came exposed. Innocence robbed. At 11, watching women giving brothers blow jobs. So I automatically saw it as your job to slob. But then I met her. She made porn in HD look like a blur. She made me want to live righteous. She motivated me to bear arms and fight this sick sin. She enticed me to love her and be a lover of her thinking and not just a lover of her thickness. And I was sure to be cured with a quickness, cured by her love. But her love was never the cure. It only confirmed the curse that I was molested by society. Oh, the booties, the titties, the thighs, oh my, they curse me. Have mercy, Most High. It's an amazing disgrace. Rewind. I once could see fine, but now I see that I see blind. I see a silhouette of my soulmate standing right in front of me. But I can't seem to see her soul because of this sick sense. It's a sickness. And I don't know if I'll ever find the cure.
This was profound. This was profound because it resonates. It resonates, man. I want to talk about the franticness in your delivery, man, because that's what really kept me locked into the piece, because you was just like, you was like on a rant, man, and I was with you because everything everything you were saying was real to me. It was one part, you said she made porn in HD look like a blur. I was like, damn. Then you said, you said something like, the booties, the titties, the thighs, something like that, have cursed me. Can you say that part again, bro?
The booties, the titties, the thighs, oh my, they curse me. Have mercy, Most High.
Shoo. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This poem, man. This is a poem. This poem has high replay value for me. And I really, really, really thought that what this poem was about, it just resonates. It's very, very, very real, man. And I appreciate you for writing it and sharing it with us, bro.
Oh man.
Thank you, brother.
Oh man, Eric, man. Brother, absolutely brilliant. First and foremost, let me just say that. Brilliant. Great storytelling. Great commitment with your cadence and delivery of this piece. And, you know, the coffin, how you crept it in, you know, and you just, you know what I'm saying? And you just, it paralleled with the sickness that you was talking about. But as far as content is concerned, to bring in the awareness to sex addiction, you said something that was very profound. You said you was molested. You was molested by whom? You know, society.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think, you know, that can go over somebody's head. It didn't go over my head. And I was like, wow, you're bringing awareness how society programs us, primes us, get us prepared. You can't sell a bag of Doritos without showing a woman in a bathing suit or showing some skimpy clothes. Sex sells. They use it to sell everything. They use sex to sell the things you wouldn't think they would use sex to sell. And it's a programming, you know? And it's not something that you're just born with. It's something that's groomed into you by your society. And that's why we always got to be constantly checking ourselves. We got to check these new trends, all of these new things that, oh, try this, try that. You know, everything ain't for everybody, man. And you really brought awareness to that, man. I thought this was great, man. Great storytelling as well. You know, telling us about the character in the poem, you know, bringing us pieces, how it escalated, how it started here, and it just keep escalating and escalating and escalating. You know, I think I heard you do another poem along the lines of being the sex addict, and it was way longer than this one, because you went through the whole storytelling, and it was phenomenal, but it's reminiscent of it. But the awareness that you're bringing to this topic is just brilliant. It's brilliant because it's something that we don't pay attention to, you know. And they, like in boxing, they say it's always the punch you don't see that knocks you out, you know. And I think it's just profound, my brother, man. Great job, man. Great thought-provoking piece, man, and great on commitment in the delivery. It was a profound job. Audio Broadway, man. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys' words.
Definitely, King. Ah, man, it's going down, man. That led us right in to the intermission. So if you guys don't know, you just got on the stage and you want to get on the mic and you want to spit, simple, just go in the chat and type iron in the chat, and we'll definitely get you in queue. Remember, after the intermission, at 11:30, hand raising goes off. So if you want to definitely get on this mic, type iron in before that, and we will definitely get you on the microphone. So, Payne, you got any announcements before we go into intermission?
Yeah, smoke them if you got them.
Yeah, go get yourself right, man. Get prepared for the second half. It's gonna be crazy. We'll be right back after these messages. Man, gotta pay this damn cable bill. Fuck. All right, let me call these people up.
Welcome to Highway Robbery TV, where we offer you thousands of channels of shit you're probably not gonna watch. Press 1 if you'd like to speak to a representative about getting new service. Press 2 if you'd like to speak to a representative about your old service. Press 3 if you'd like to pay a bill. Press 1 if you'd like to hear your balance. Press 2 if you'd like to hear the minimum payment. Press 3 if you'd like information on your last payment. Press 4 if you want to enter a new card. Press 5 if you'd like to edit your old card. Press 6 if you're paying by cash. Press 7 if you're paying by cowrie shells. Press 8 if you'd like to offer up one of your children. Press 9 if you want to donate blood to pay. Press 10 if you're paying by debit card. Press 1 if... Please hold. Your business is very important to us. You have 4 callers in front of you. Thank you for holding. Your business is important to us. You have 9 callers in front of you. Thank you. You must really, really want to speak to someone. Well, no worries. There's only 27 callers in front of you. You're still on hold? Wow. Well, lucky for you, you're next. Please, in a few short words, tell us about your call.
I want to pay the remainder of my balance of $163.
I'm sorry. I couldn't catch that. Please, tell me in a few short words about your call.
I want to pay the remaining balance of my cable bill of $163.
So, you'd like to pay your remaining balance of $573? Am I correct?
What the fuck? No. $163. Man, I want to speak to a motherfucking representative.
So I'm right. You'd like me to process your payment of $763?
What the fuck? No. $163. Ah, these fucking AI. Can I speak to a representative?
So, I'm charging card ending in 8234, $897 for the remainder of your bill. Processing.
What the fuck? No. I said 160. Yo, if these motherfuckers process this goddamn pay, yo, what the fuck? I want to speak to a representative. I said $163. No, cancel processing payment. Do not process the payment.
Mr. Black, your payment has gone through successfully. Please hold for a brief survey, and thank you for staying with this company. Have a good day. Thank you for coming to the survey. Were all of your needs met today?
No, all my needs was not fucking met. No, bad fucking service. 0, -0. I want to speak to a representative. Yo, what the fuck, man? Oh, man, yo, they done fucking took all this money. Oh, man, I want to speak to a representative.
We appreciate your commentary. Thank you.
You motherfuckers, man. You motherfuckers. Why the fuck did I choose this service? Oh, my God. They say tears cleans the soul. So why you holding on to yours? Let that waterfall pour down your cheeks and free yourself from the cell of a shell you're boxed in. Don't believe them. When they say men don't cry, this is why we're locked in. This mindset that suggests weeping is a sign of weakness, when we all need that emotion given by God to free us sometimes, see us through them dark and cold places, and face them demons. My grandmama used to say, crying is like taking your soul through a laundromat. Because when your heart been walked on like a doormat, we can all use a good cleansing to rinse the blues away. And that pain stains the heart. And when it stains the heart, sometimes it just needs to be washed. Ain't no crime in that. So why you holding back? And I know hurt can fester into hate. And hate can dull the senses, and that numbness set in, tend to become more reclusive, residing in the seclusion of your own circumstances. But we all got those. We all got that heavy burden to bear, so just let it go. Let the wells of your eyes overflow and rain vindication, the validation that above being a spouse, lover, or friend, you're human. And them bruises will heal if you let them. Or if you let them, they'll destroy you within, then devour your remains, and the game never change. So you have to. And despite the bullshit the ones who claim they love you put you through, you just got to keep on moving. Keep going on in the direction that reflects the better days. And leave the bad ones behind you. And don't let the tears blind you, but remind you of what it feels like when life just do what it do. But above all, life is a gift. And it's still here. So live it and give it your all. And I know you shed some, and this won't be the last tear that will fall, nor the last heartbreak or the last heartache. So brace yourself and face your fears and leave all those apprehensions in remission where they belong. And be strong and let them tears fall.
So you saying the school to prison pipeline is all in my mind? Or that the melanated isn't the largest number incarcerated? Brown boys quickly associated with alphabets, ADD, OCD, ADHD in Africa right now. A woman feeds her children black ants and red clay while her husband dies of HIV. And I say, I wonder if she saw her therapist today. Juneteenth. That's twisted his story. Mississippi ended slavery in 2003. So what's the celebration? Cops still giving brown boys the kill shot. They will not give us reparations because you don't have a nation. You don't have a point of creation. Hold on. Can somebody bring me a map? Okay. Where the fuck is Black Land or African America? But we know where all the niggas are. Sorry. I meant to say N-word, obscured. See, they no longer have to say nigga because you gonna play nigga in the park after dark, letting fireworks spark. How symbolic to see brown people so patriotic. That's psychotic. Red and blue. Well, that's the bruises from all the shit we've been through. And the white, well, they don't give a shit about you. Just work, buy, then die. That's why the price of healthy living is so high. And they give you pills and liquor to keep your ass high. Fuck them old rats. I meant fuck them old rats. I don't fuck with the Republic. My freedom is in my willingness to die. Welcome to your brainchild. Pain. I find misery in this history. Because you don't really want to live with me. You want to abuse and use, miseducate, confuse, then take religion and fuse with what you choose to abuse with. I mean, how can you be so evil to a people? Pre-programmed to believe I arrived on a boat crammed with Africans to a new world you civilized? You don't even tell civil lies. I'm no remnant of transatlantic shipments. The boat, the map, who gave you that equipment? I know I'll be off the deep end, but I ain't your freed slave. You see, America loves war, lies, sex, and violence. So, welcome to your brainchild. That was really pain.
Wow, man. Dope piece, bro. Yeah, man. You talking that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We're syndicated now, my brother. You know.
Oh man. Oh. The views are written. My bad.
The views are written in pain does not reflect the. Nah, man. Yo, bro. Yeah, those one of those pieces that need to be heard, man. Needs to be heard, man. There's a lot of inaccurate data out there, you know, and that claim a lot of unclaimable shit. And that poem, it really speaks to that, man. Dope piece, King. Dope piece, man. I think the mic is adequately warmed up. What do you think?
Indeed.
All right.
Indeed.
You ready to start this second half, man? Who we got first
Yes,
up on the mic,
sir.
man?
Next on the mic is Jay Nicole.
Oh, that's what it is. Brooklyn in the house. Let's get it. I gotta get a button for her. Let's bring Jay Nicole up to the stage.
What's up? You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's good? Brooklyn in the house. You know me. I gotta get. I gotta get a Brooklyn button, man. I'm on it. I'm getting a Brooklyn button. What's good with you, Queen? How you been?
I'm good. What's good with you? I hope everybody good tonight. Peace, everybody. What's up?
Oh
Hope everybody had
man,
a good week.
What's good?
Easy weekend.
I'm good. It sounds like Pain is in a volcano or something. Were you doing an excursion or something, man? It's like it sounds like, man. He's like,
I'm on the move. But I'm here. I'm on the move, but I'm here.
I feel you. But yeah, Jay Nicole, what's good with you? What you got for the people today?
I got something a little personal for y'all today. If that's all right.
Oh, most definite.
Um,
Most definite.
uh, it's a little personal. And I kind of always like steer away from the personal, and I realized a long time ago that ain't really what poetry is. You know, poetry is the personal. That's what help people heal and resonate.
That's
So,
right. That's right, Queen. That's right. I agree with that
um,
sentiment 100%. But yeah, you got the mic, man. I'm definitely I'm feeling privileged right now. So I'm gonna sit back and I'm anticipating this. Let's get it.
all right, appreciate y'all. This is untitled. It's 11:56 p.m. Do you know where your firstborn son is? In his comfy bed, stretched out on his Paw Patrol sheets, long legs dangling. He's officially 4 feet. Just found that out yesterday. Pillow pushed to the side, sleeps a little while, eyes open on occasion, just like you. But you don't fucking know that. How could you? Your son, my son. No, our son. Is so fucking amazing. Like I knew he'd be. Firm and strong like the name I chose for him means in the Hebrew translation. Did you know at only 6 years old, he's a high yellow belt in Taekwondo? I was never that focused at that age. I failed ballet, fucking karate, piano, all of that. He's focused. He knows what goals is. Did you know your son loves to perform? He's got an artistic side, gifted like both of us. He shows emerging talent in both visual and performing arts. Did you know that at his most recent performance at school, he did a great job as usual? He was the only one that remembered all the moves. Sang Lean on Me. Our boy can carry a tune. He gave a little bow too when it was done. Yo, real talk. I can't believe you already missed out on 6 years of life with your son. You don't know how gifted Ethan is. He's been saying his ABCs backwards since he was 3. He knows being autistic doesn't translate into limits. He's also been telling me he's going to be a doctor since he's been 3. You don't know how big his heart is. He loves you completely and doesn't even fucking know you. He'll never judge you for stepping off when he was just 6 weeks old. He won't judge you for the custody case you initiated when he was just 3 months old. He won't judge you for the vitriol you have for me when I constantly threw up the white flag. Candid flashback to previous convos we had on that motherfucking couch. How the system would never be dictating. How the system would never be dictating what. Pardon me. How the system would never have to dictate to you what the fuck you have to do because you a man. See, did you know that he can't stand to see anyone sad? He'd be so proud to call you his father, his dad. How you just turn your back? Post it up on social media like a fucking male thought. Taco meat exposed. Nigga, I didn't even know they made shirts with that much cleavage for men. But I digress. I had to let some shit out off my chest. Real lame how you move though. Never too late to step it up for your son. We go back to elementary. I can't believe you left me. No, fuck that. I can't believe you left him. I thought it was clear from the beginning. If the romantic shit ain't work out, we I'm sorry. I thought it was clear from the beginning. If the romantic shit ain't work out, we we'd morph into co-parents and friends. Your words echo in my ear in disgust with chagrin.
We've known each other since we was 10 years old. How could you fucking turn your back on him? I said, J. Nicole, this should be called a stroll through social media one day.
Wow. Wow. Oh man. The amount of courage it takes, to express this, to let us in. I feel honored that you would share this piece with us, and I feel privileged. Indeed, I do. This was the content of this poem, man. The thing that resonated with me the most was the missing out. Unfortunately, you got some of our brothers out there that are not being present, and they are missing out. Our children definitely need us. You brought awareness to that. They definitely need us. It's definitely a two duo team operation, man, in order to produce balanced children. I love the brilliance of Ethan, the beautiful nature. Even though I've never met him, I can feel, I can really resonate with that presence, and it comes through with this poem. It was the content matter. I'm not even talking about the delivery. Just the content matter of this poem is just so very necessary. And I think a lot of people can resonate with it. A lot of people can, gather some form of jewel or wisdom out of these stanzas. And I thought you did a great job on that, man, delivering this piece. And kudos to you. Great job for having the courage to even, let us into your world and, express that to us, man. I feel privileged. Thank you, Queen. Payne, what you thought about it, brother?
Thank you.
You can't, there's nothing you can say about sincerity in a poem. When you hear something that you just know is coming from a sincere place. And I'm happy about you making the decision to kind of go personal with your poetry and share this piece, because the thing about it is there are people that sometimes believe they're feeling something or thinking something in isolation. And what
Right.
I find is that whether or not you ever hear it from these people, they need to know, or they find comfort in knowing that there's someone else out there that has experienced these things. And then through your art, kind of let them know that you can also survive these things or learn something from these things. So I appreciate you coming through and being transparent and, telling us that this poem was coming from a real place. And you could hear it and you could feel it both in your delivery and in the context of your poetry. So I appreciate you, Jay Nicole.
Thank you.
Definitely. Great job, Queen. Great job. Wow. Yeah, man. Our brothers need to be there, man. Especially when there's an avenue to be there. It's very necessary, that we step up, man. Sometimes a relationship just don't work. It happens. We grow apart, we may choose different paths in life. But when we both got skin in the game, we got, for the fellas, speaking on the brothers, man, we got to man up and take care of what is in our lot, and nurture your seeds, man. But that was a powerful piece. Great piece. All right, who else we got on the mic, Payne? Who we got next on the mic?
Next on the mic is our brother, Sinister.
Oh, let's bring Sinister up to the stage, man. Killed last week. What's going on with you, Sinister?
You can hear me. I just can't see the room for some reason, but I can just unmute. Not much, man. Not much, guys. Good to be back in the room with you guys. Now, I'm going to check your back channel, but we have do a repeat.
All right.
Of last week, I sent you links to tonight's poem. Now, tonight I wanted to give you an older piece. Actually, this piece was written more than times when you guys first heard me coming out back in 2017. So this is an older piece. What I couldn't find is the rhythm's always been there. I just had to, tune it up. So when you guys are ready.
All right. Yeah, we ready.
All right. This is Digressions on Primary Relays. Torrential downpour, serrating moments, passing sand, raining corrosive, this insanity rebirth, cutting teeth. Such afflictions jarringly impose upon fractal skies, trespassing my consciousness into mirrored evaluation, where inertia equals demise. Extensions stretched over now, subjected upon strain. Catastrophic vertigo mortars the grandest core, proportioned in tiny nuances that don't escape home. Strewn scrapbook pieces depicted in shrill tantrums. Infallible, loathsome, dealing. Stuffed like redwoods down, this dried here. Eccentrically resilient, I'm expelling nuclear ponderings. Such fallout once silenced the rising sun's bountiful seas. Rancid and toxicity, my natural reaction, but sneeze. Gone is Rome. Serpent's adder is withered branches of Lamis or deceit, blossoming at her insolent fruitings lined up relentlessly. Comfort as reverberating echoes of brash commonality. These incursions know little of privacy, holler longingly. Devotion exaggerates humanity. Let my corpse offer sacrifice among busters of the sun. Squirming pestilence are inklings of biblical rhymes spun, languishing in taupe fried pans where west over east calm, ravished frantic genocide, extinguishing vivid natural states, drained, universal, freight, express strategic sensuality across boards of fancy, a frivolous tit, one engorged to nurture my banality. Wisdom must condone trivial obscurity under red skies. Jaundice will infect reason's eye and polarize low tides. Vast oceans mimic the gravity of lesser ranks' divine altar. Void grain, lopsided monotony comes robe for chanting earthquakes. Dimly lit, free of short bloodage burnt on daily nefarious night. Poses quiet carnal blessings weekly through absent gray. Existential, intimate, foreplay. Whimsical tunes of very hues, neatly aggravated in pastel ions. Embrace earnestly that which gravitates outside dreary sepulchres. Once radiant and coerced power divided amongst stout wills. Guaranteed not, but weak fascinations sighed and stories better for life. Experience short breath and accolades mounted from that you unsung. Rise other incantations of cadence, billowed half-heartedly on parasite. But coming on, I find the free a maturity such benevolence holds. Paralyzes navigation in a realm few have found. Returning home, the Bakari breathing, and peace.
Wow. Wow. All right, Sinister. First off the rip, one thing that I noticed, that you was way more controlled in this piece. I noticed the adjustments you made in your cadence and your delivery. I thought it was very, it was refreshing, and it was way more, you could follow it way more. I thought you did a great job. The wordplay in here is sick. The wordplay is sick. Being able to read along with it. And it's just, these stanzas, like, man, profound, man. You got some profound stanzas in here, man. And the title alone, it kind of got me for a loop, you know. And when I'm reading the poem as I'm hearing it, I was like, oh, it's making sense. Digressions on primal relays. And I thought that was a great title. I thought it was a great title, man. It's so much you talking about in this poem, man, and there's a lot to digest, man. But I thought your cadence was way more controlled. Your delivery of this poem was way more controlled than previously, and I thought you did a great job, man. Excellent work, man. Excellent work. Payne, what you thought about it?
I thought, wait a minute. Oh, Marielle, if you want to get in queue, type iron in the chat. I got you. Sinister, man, listen. I got to tell you, your level of writing, man, is like dope. And I mean, like, you can write, bro. There was a part, I'm going to go this part where you said, let my corpse offer sacrifice amongst the buzzards of the sun, squirming pestilence on inklings of biblical that reminded me of Poe. Like this, it gave me Poe vibes, man. And I'm just, I'm so impressed at your usage of the language, especially how you kind of use old English terms, like you said, adder, little things like that. That puts me in like that Shakespearean space. But just your word usage is so poetic, man. And this is something I could read over and over again, just because it gives me a lot of visual. It's very visual poetry, and it just, I gotta tell you, man, it puts me in the vein of like Poe and Robert Frost, man. The way you write, man, and I really, really enjoy
Definitely.
it, Sinister. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. Great job, Sinister, man. Great job, man.
I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you very much. I meant to set this up a little bit better because there's actually a painting that goes. The painting was done years and years later. The painting was actually just originally done, started as a drawing. But there's a painting for Digressions on Primary. Actually, no. I will. I'll send it to you guys on Messenger or something.
All right. Definitely,
All
man.
right, man, Sinister. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother. For real, man. Yeah, that was dope, man. Having the pleasure to read along with the poem, man. That's dope, man. That's definitely dope. All right, Payne. Who else we got on the?
It really adds a layer to it,
It
man. You know,
do.
getting
It
to read
do.
along, man. It does.
It do. It lets you in. It brings you in a little bit deeper into the art because you're able to read the stanzas and at the same time hear the artist perform it. It gives it a different layer. Wow, man. Yeah, man. Sinister, he can write, man. He can definitely write, man.
It remind me of when I would read the back of the albums. Never mind. You know what? I might be. Never mind.
Yeah, go ahead. Go let the cat out the bag. Let him know how old you really is. You know what I'm saying?
Next on the mic, my mama and your mama, the all around queen.
Oh, let's give it up for Mama Ola Deji. Hey, Mama.
It's having a good time. They invited me here to speak about the 60s. Back then, when enough was enough, when the going got to be too much, we were the generation that stood up. The 60s. We were not just a movement of people who were tired and weary from the past, but an intellectual institution that swept the nation. At the same time, we were the voice of the voiceless. We were the voice that was loud. We had no devices. We had no phones. But telepathically, we knew it was on. When the voice inside say, now is the time for all revolutionaries to come to the aid of his people, we knew instinctively what we had to do. Automatically, intellectually, telepathically. From California to Cleveland, from Cleveland to Chicago, from Chicago to Detroit, from Mississippi to Kent State, before computers, every college campus, every church from South Africa to Alabama. We knew what we had to do. We knew what had to be done. Some say it was our ancestors speaking. Some say it was a celestial being, and many more felt the vibrations from the energy of the people themselves. All in all, the wave hit and the people united. When one marched and rebellion ended, a new one would crop up. And we were a fed up people. We did not care what we had to do to demonstrate our message. Burn, baby, burn. We don't care. Burn it down. We needed immediate change. We needed everything that was due us. We needed freedom from oppression, although our needs varied from country to country and from state to state and from city to city, and in cases, from neighborhood to neighborhood. The knowing was the same. We knew we could not continue in this Babylon system. Our music, our dance, our dances, intense, awareness, acute. We weeded out the weak and the misguided miscreants, Negroes and buffoons. We needed to be the leaders that were good because we knew that good leaders made good followers. As we broke off into groups and chapters and organizations, we stood up for our basic inalienable rights. To have decent and affordable housing, indoor plumbing, equal pay, equal wages, and opportunities for going to college. We needed our schools to have the same quality textbooks as well as we were entitled to have skill training programs, not just college, that would enable our communities to bear citizens that would be useful and productive. We fought for justice and equal rights, and we stood up and demanded equal opportunities in business, grants, loans, no matter how big or small. The need was we needed all of these changes to be made and to be made immediately. The military used our black men and poor young men of other races to go fight wars that sent them back homeless and broke down heroin addicts, or they would be mentally deranged. These same men ended up in prisons or useless to our society as a whole. We stood up against the Vietnam War. We bonded and boarded with other issues that concerned all of us. And we united with our own issues that only affected our own Americans that were born of African descent. The yoke of slavery and all of its ills were still fresh in our psyche. We were winning battles and losing the war on poverty. Soon this became a game of mistrust among the different sects: black nationalism, black Muslims, black Christians, black Panthers, and other organizations, whom all started out with one aim, one destiny, began to have internal corruption. And then there were the religious and political differences that struggled for power and control over a people that were already tired of being controlled, tired of being misled, tired, just plain tired. With each incident, we would become closer together and then further apart. Each internal conflict would then dampen the spirit of the true revolutionaries, who are now becoming more and more distant from the grassroots agenda. There was so much confusion and so many monkey wrenches thrown in our game that we could barely trust each other to complete a mission and share the wealth from the outcome of any fruitful plan. As much as was accomplished, and as many that took the money and ran, we still came a mighty long way from where we were before the 60s revolution. The sad part is when the dashikis and gaylets came off, the conch and jerry curl and platform shoes and men with purses were worn. The generations that followed was handed everything. They knew not of self-determination, nor how to thrive in a civilization that was uncivil to the extent that we knew it, wanting our children to exist in America with all the benefits that we and our parents and our grandparents were not afforded. We, the children of the 60s, gave all of our children, all of the things that we felt would make them seem or appear to have a better life in America than we did. We wanted to appear that we struggled and fought what we struggled and fought for had came to fruition. Burn, baby, burn was for something. When we got caught up and became complacent and lost focus, for those few who did not take advantage of the doors that were open, only a micro percentage came back to the hood to rescue their worn, torn neighborhoods. Now we are in the year 2014. That's when I wrote it, but now we're in 2023, and we can still see the rights and privileges that we fought for and died for have been taken back one by one. We also concede that the offspring of our offspring, identifying more and more with the Western civilization and the European culture in this most despicable way. We only can pray that Martin and Nelson and John and Harriet and Thala and Omar Ali Bey and Nina and Harry and Marcus and Nkrumah and all of the black nationalists and freedom fighters and the Black Panthers living and transcended all of our great grandparents and parents, all of the political prisoners, and all of the sacrifices made to realize our accomplishments, to the black mayors and the black faces in the White House. I pray that all of this will not end up in the direction that it's going now, where our people are incarcerated and punished for lesser crimes as the whites with more serious crimes. Our children are being locked away and used as slaves in privatized prisons, where the feminization of our men and the emasculation of our females and black children murdered. When a gas man gets a longer sentence, when a man gets a longer sentence for killing a dog than a man gets for killing an African American child. We must know now that what we knew back then, we must stand up, we must speak up, take up the cause by any means necessary, because the yoke of oppression must be removed. The downpresser, man, people, all of them must be removed from power, and the sanity must be restored to this nation, or we all will perish. Yes, it is true that these children are killing each other and turning on their own people. I know this is a part of poverty and consumption of genetically modified foods, chemicals, additives that change our children's genotypes. And I don't look like a Cherokee or a Fulani, but I have both of them in me. But I still have you, and I gotta be the prototype. And I stood and fought for all human rights. I'm happy being nappy. I was loved in every capacity, yet I keep my enemies close. Close. Those who try to micromanage me. For now it's worse on planet Earth. And I send back the curse, returning it to sender. Ashe.
Oh man. Mama. This right here, man, this is why we call you a griot. It was so many things going through my mind. I forgot who said it. I think it was H. Rap Brown. I think it was him. But someone said when black people got free in the 60s, then they got high. And you just brought awareness to all of the struggles, all of what was fought for in the 60s. And then you said if you look closely, you see all of these things being stripped and being taken back one by one. Also see a lot of the things that was that the Civil Rights Act brought. A lot of different people other than black people benefit from these policies and these legislations. This was a powerful piece. This was a powerful piece. This is one of those pieces, like, it felt to me like a lecture. It felt to me like like I was sitting amongst the elders and the elders were speaking and I was just taking notes. I saw this meme one time and it gives me the vibe of this poem. This brother was saying, he said he was given an example of his family. He He said his father said, my grandfather walked to work 10 miles every day. He said, my grandfather, he walked 5. My father, he drove to work. He said he had a Cadillac. His son will have a Benz. He said his grandson will have a Ferrari, but his great-grandson will be walking again. And then he said, hard times create strong men. Strong men create easy times. Easy times create weak men. And weak men create hard times. And that's what was going through my mind when you was reading this piece. Very rich with the legacy, very rich with so much wisdom. I thought this was a profound piece, and it was a lot of information. This is not a piece I could really critique. This was a piece that I just wanted to learn from, you know, with your age and being the fact that you was boots on the ground. You know, it's a privilege to have you in our presence. It's a privilege to have that information, that link, you know, to let us know what it was. It's priceless. Phenomenal job, Mama O. Phenomenal.
Well, phenomenal feedback. Thank you, Poetic. I really appreciate that. Yes, I used to come walking down the streets in New York, and the Africans had never seen, really, they had just got there, and they'd come down the streets in New York, and they go, "Are you Fulani? Are you Fulani?" I'm like, "No, I'm Cherokee, and I don't know what country I come from in Africa, but I know I do look Fulani, but I know I'm not totally Fulani. I'm Cherokee and whatever African country I'm mixed with. So I just say I'm a prototype. I produce humans. I produce wonderful humans. I love you all. Thank you for letting me share.
Definitely. What you thought about it, Paint?
You know, sometimes, you know, the conversations come up where people go back and forth about, you know, if you could have been alive in any other decade, or if you could have took part in any other period in time, what would it be? And I always say the 60s because in my opinion, I felt like that was the last time that Black people were passionate about this conditions and trying to do something about it. I'm not trying to say Black people have been void of passion since the 60s. I just, you know, in what I've seen in documentaries and in talking to people from the 60s, my parents are from the 60s. This was a vibration. And even when you talk to people, even now that was around then, there's a certain amount of Blackness that they don't shed. Like it's imprinted in them. Listening to this piece, I gotta agree with Black. This wasn't the kind of piece you critique. I don't critique your poems anyway, Mama, but it wasn't the kind of poem you critique. It was really like Black said. I really felt like I was sitting down listening to the elders tell us, like, this where it went left. Like, this is what happened, and this is where it kind of went left. And there was a generation that was supposed to pick up the baton. That didn't happen. And we can have a plethora of conversations about why that didn't happen. But your poem it just felt like a first-hand account of the ups and downs, the triumphs, the pains, and the victories of that experience in that era, and what it must be like now to be someone who lived that era and to have to look at the conditions of Black people now and Black men now, and to have to see that some of the same things you guys was fighting for, marching for, and dying for still happening to Black people. And there's even been kind of like a revert in Black people's mental conditioning when it comes to revolution, or when it just comes to just being proud of who you are. And that too is another conversation. But I do appreciate you coming through with this piece, Mama. Like always, you know, you always the grill to me, and I always learn from your poetry, and I always learn from you. And I just really appreciated you sharing that piece, because it it's just a sad, you know, when you look at the when you look at that era of the '60s, when you look at Malcolm and Martin and the Panthers, and when you just look at that whole, you wonder how and why we are where we are now. You wonder how that happened. So, thank you for that piece, Mama.
Thank you for your feedback.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, man. Oh man, that was great, man. That was great. That was a great experience right there. All right, Pain. It's about 2 minutes. You see, I'm on my job today. It's 2 minutes
Yeah, man,
before
with the hand
11:30.
raising.
It's 2 minutes before
If you're
11:30.
trying to get on the mic, you gotta put iron in the chat so we make sure we get you on that microphone. Yeah, hold on. Oh, next on the mic is Saint Nehemiah.
Oh, let's bring Saint on up to the stage. I hope. What's good, Saint?
Hey, I'm good. I'm chilling, man.
What's good, man?
So,
I don't see Laquita in the building, man. I was anticipating that collab, man. That
yeah,
collab, man. Oh man, I've been waiting on that joint, man. I want to hear that joint, dude.
yeah, I'm waiting on her. She ain't got a chance to write to her yet. So,
All right.
we coming in here though when it's done.
Most definitely, man. I can't wait, man, because you set it off nice with that joint, man. But what you got for us today, bro?
Something slight different. This is a true story. Something I'm kind of experiencing right now for the first time. So, this is a poem called "Long Distance Lovers."
All
Right.
right.
All right. So it's in that vein. It's probably about my third piece in that type of vein. So it goes like this. As I sit by the window pane, watching the rain fall, thinking deeply about all the painful lessons that I learned from my past during the times of my youth. Back then I was in darkness. It was the darkest of my days. In my pursuit of money and lust, I even told myself that that was true happiness and love. But I thank God from above for his deliverance. I sometimes tremble at the sounds of thunder. I sometimes tremble at the thoughts of true love. I sometimes tremble at the thought of my life having a happy ending outside of God himself. Because finding his type of love in another human being in this generation, I'm fully convinced that it would take a miracle from God himself. So I prayed, and in a matter of weeks, she appeared on the stage of my heart. It was April 5th to be exact. Every good and perfect gift comes from above. She's a perfect fit for me. Only God could design such a perfect fit for me. Thank you, Father. Some say she's my twin flame. Some say she's my soulmate. But I say we're just two of the same spirits, reaching out to one another at the same time, teaching and learning one another at the same time, hearing and speaking to one another at the same time, a language that most will never get to speak, sharing in an intimacy that's forever deep. Sometimes I daydream about the day I'll get to watch her sleep. It's very rare that our conversations are short and sweet. We be talking. Our conversations, they be long, strong and filled with truth and all the facts of life. See, we be speaking to one another in what we like to call the sounds of the heart, pure tones, a single frequency, vibrations of the highest frequency, vibrating like the rose. As we lay and play naked before each other, but still fully dressed in our clothes, back to back O's, ecstasy and echoes of veiled words, playing the purest of the music of the soul, like I love juice, I love juice, I'll have to, Elephant shoes, elephant shoes. While waiting for the moment we meet, it will be a memory that I will forever keep, as our love will keep growing and growing deeper and deeper with time. I will forever be thankful and grateful that she's mine. See, we became one in spirit and then we became one in mind before our bodies ever got to meet, because God ordained this. And what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Selah.
Oh man. Uh, Tell me a little. Give me a little backstory on this piece, Saint man. Let me in your head a little bit.
Like I said, it's a true story. I met somebody. This sounds weird because I'm from the generation where we meet people in person, but I kind of met her online, but it clicked though. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to pulling up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it happened at the. I was married for 17 years, so it happened like the year after my divorce. So, but it's just it's like a perfect fit. Like I said, it's just like we get each other, and the rest is history, pretty much. So, I hope.
Man, I
Did,
like those kind of.
did you want more?
Yeah, no, man. I like those kind of poems because it felt real, man. I know you said it was a true story. I didn't know if it was your story or not, but it felt real, and that's the kind of poetry that stick to the ribs, man. I really appreciate it because I listen to these poems sometimes trying to find ways to help the artist or whatever, but there's sometimes the poem kind of sucks me in, and I turn into a fan. I'm a fan, period. But I forget that I'm supposed to be trying to be objective or whatever. Man, I really enjoyed this piece. It resonated with me because I've shared similar experiences. So I appreciate you sharing that, man. And keep doing what you're doing, man. Saying you always come through Iron Sharpens Iron with dope poems, man, and I appreciate you for that.
Hey, I thank you for the platform and the encouragement always.
Yeah, definitely, bro. It felt very sincere, man. It felt very sincere, and your love for the Most High, your love for the Most High, it resonates. So it's only befitting, what I'm saying, that the Most High sing you a queen, befitting of you. And
Right.
that's what I really got from this, man. You walk in a certain type of righteousness, like for like. You're not gonna attract, about nothing people. You know what I'm saying? When you shining and you got your light shining, also that shine is gonna resonate. People gonna be able to see that. And the people that shine as well is gonna find them ways their way to you. And that's a beautiful testament, man. It's a beautiful testament, man. And I really dug the poem too, man. Very sincere, and it made me feel warm inside. Like, oh, it still exists, huh? You know what I'm saying? It's not lost. Humanity is not lost. It's good. But great job though, Saint. Great job, man.
Hey, real quick, it's crazy. She writes short stories, and she, did a
Mm.
couple pieces for me personally, and she can do some poetry too. I said I'm gonna get you on stage, man. So
Mm.
you'll probably see her soon, maybe
That's
about
dope.
April.
That's dope.
God willing, right? God
Yeah,
willing.
man.
So
God willing, man. That's dope, man. Congratulations, though, man. It's always beautiful to see love like that, man. When it's pure and it's sincere and it's real, man. Dope, man. Dope. Oh man, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a myriad of different emotions, pain. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling anguish. You
I
know,
know we went from putting our
yeah.
fist up,
Word,
now
man.
we all mushy inside. It's crazy,
Word. We
man.
go from all types of extreme. We gonna get poetic pneumonia. You know what I'm saying? All this weather changing and all that, man. Yeah, man. We get poetic
So let's
pneumonia.
try to get sunshine. Let's try to get
Yeah,
sunshine back up here.
let's
See
bring
if she in a
sunshine
good
back
place.
on. Yeah. Yeah, send her an invite. Peace, Queen. Oh, you sound better.
Great.
Sound great, like Tony the Tiger great, man. He's teasing us with that joint, man. To go into Megatron getting you. Let's go, man. We here, man. Optimus Prime done won. Megatron retreat. Let's get it.
Yeah. All right. Life changes are not for the meek. Each new hurdle or obstacle some think are designed to make us weak. Your cipher begins to dwindle. Folks revealed they all about the next swindle. Moving like Jack because you gotta be nimble. These agents, representatives, and shadows are quick to make you the next Vic. Succumb to their tricks, talking and moving real slick. Literally trading tears for fears because everybody wants to rule the world. Or at least yours, that is. Roe versus Wade, the start of us being played, right to complete privacy. Will it all soon fade? Are we ever going to feel comfortably safe? All we could do, keep standing tall, shoulders back, chin up, striving to save face, internally battling feelings of disgrace, analyzing how the fuck I ended up in this space. Life changes are not for the meek. Each new hurdle or obstacle some think are designed to make us weak. It's to make you dig real deep within that energy, traveling through layers of you, recognizably from your sleep. Cerebral cortex is vexed, exhausted from the battle of convincing your thoughts it ain't the enemy. It's the enemy wanting to break free, free from stifling relationships, suffocating, suppressing everything I was created to be, sabotaging goals and dreams, my future reality. Life changes are not for the meek. Each new hurdle or obstacle some think are designed to make us weak. It's rattling, unbeknownst complacency. Take it from me and get free. Peace.
Wow.
Man, you know we needed to hear this whole poem.
Facts.
You know we needed to hear this whole poem. Oh man. Oh man. This poem was eye-opening. This poem was attention-grabbing. This poem was significant. And man, Sunshine, man, your delivery of this poem was dope too, man. That Matrix had you all messed up in the game.
Word.
Yeah. I'm glad I got a chance to come back.
Yeah, facts. Do you perform?
Actually, this is only the second time I've actually been in a room with y'all. I have a room that I do with my homegirl, Nouns and Verbs, and I'm also with Lyrical Vibes. They kind of pull this in under them. But I have my own podcast on Friday nights where I highlight poets, I interview them, get them an opportunity to spit. And I'm about to start my own open mic out here. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. A vegan pizza spot linked with me, and he was like, yo, I want you to bring an open mic here. So he has 2 locations, one in Concord, one in Pineville. So he want me to do Thursdays at both spots.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so man. You and Poetic Black should try to do some cross promotion with the podcast, and maybe y'all can interview each other on each other's platform. Look at me, I'm getting my Don King on, man.
Oh, you know, I was gonna say something anyway because I've been meaning to get back with him.
Most definitely.
Because you know, originally, I don't know if you remember, I'm originally from Jersey, but I just live in Charlotte now. Because one of my the first piece I did, you told me it reminded you of Rakim. I said, well, I come from that era.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
This piece, man. Yo, it caught me, man. That's why I really wanted to hear the whole poem in its entirety. it's the first line that caught me, man. You said life changes are not for the meek. Life changes are not for the meek. It was some dope ass lines. One line you said, it's not the enemy, it's the inner me. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was like,
Everything that we need to
whoa.
happen in life, it starts with the inner self.
Facts.
So
That's a t-shirt. That's real rap. That's a t-shirt. It's not the enemy, it's the inner me. And I love that. That's dope. It shows accountability. And it's something that, in our culture, and I'm talking about black culture specifically, is some things that we shy away from. Accountability. And this was dope, man. This was dope on so many different levels, man. The recurring refrain of, the life changes are not for the meek. I thought that was dope. I thought it was brilliant. You had some dope ass lines in here, man, and the delivery was right on point. Yeah, Megatron definitely had you in for a loop, man, because Optimus Prime came and he saved the day. So that was a good look. Wow, man.
Yeah.
Great job, Sunshine. Great job.
Appreciate it.
Most definite. Yeah, we'll talk, man. We'll talk about that cross promotion. I'll definitely have you on the podcast, man. Definitely, man. That'll be a great thing. That'll be a great look. Yeah, man.
Appreciate that. I just want to mention real quick. I don't know if y'all see my profile pic right now. Me and my sons just officially finished our first children's book, so that's the cover.
Dope.
I can do anything. So
let everybody know where they can find that when it's dropping. If it dropped already, put the link in the chat.
Literally, it's another poet partner of mine. He just finished the cover. The book was complete, but the cover just got done Friday night. So we still getting it up. I'm gonna have some printed up because it's actually a two-part book. It's the exact book, but a template so that the families could sit down with their own seeds and create their own story and color their own pictures. But it's just using ours as a template.
This is great, man. This is great, man. I'm loving this, man. Definitely, man.
Black excellence.
Yeah, this is black excellence, man. We can do anything, and this needs to be shown. It needs to resonate within us, man. Oftentimes, when we look at each other, we have a lowly view of each other. We don't say it with our mouths, but we say it with our actions. And we got to start really revering our skin, man. That's the right. Pause when it comes to us, man, because we're so quick to off one another, and when it's someone else, that's when we start to think. I heard Nipsey say this, man. I heard Nipsey say in one of his albums, he said that I remember when I was banging and we'll be going out looking for a Vic. We looking for a Mark. And he was like, he said, yo, we got to look for the ones that wear they rags like this, the ones that wear they pants like this, they wear they hats tilted like this. And then he said it dawned on him. He said that he was out there, hunting himself.
That's right.
These are the same brothers that do the same thing we do. And we probably got different sets and we got different philosophies, but we doing the same shit. We believe in the same shit, and we out here killing each other. So we hunting each other. We know the squares from the individuals that's marks, from the ops. Right. And it's crazy, man. And I thought it was profound that he brought light to that, because that's what happens, man. And it becomes something that's perpetuated, from generation to generation if we don't step in and stop it, man. And this is a contribution towards that. So I appreciate you, Queen, really, for real. I appreciate you, man. And I applaud you, man. This is great, man. Black excellence.
I appreciate y'all for having this space. Appreciate the love.
Definitely, sis. Can't wait to hear more from you, man. I can't wait till that book drop. It's going down. That's right. It's black excellence, baby.
I'll make sure y'all know.
Definitely. Oh man, Payne. I'm getting my fill, man. This was that beautiful night of poetry, man. Beautiful night of poetry. All right. What's the lineup going forward? How many people we got left in the queue? Because I know you be having things up your sleeves and all that, bro. You on mute too if you was talking.
Next on the mic, I don't know how to pronounce this brother's name. It starts with an X. Listen, bro, I can't be counting how many people in the queue. You know what I'm saying? I'll let you know when it's over.
All right, got you. Copy that. Oh, you talking about Zagabir. What's good, bro?
Zaga beer. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember the brother from the last time, you know what I'm saying? You still gotta take
Zaga
your
beer. I won't forget.
yeah, you gonna forget again, bro. You still take the Geritol and all that for your memory loss and all that. So what's good, Zagabir? What's good, bro?
Xavier.
Zigzabir. Yeah, you gotta say it with the Wagwan in the water. Wagwan, brethren. Wagwan.
Yeah, man. Every day in the space, I give thanks.
That's
I
what
take
it
in the
is.
poetry from night and yeah, some heights of poetry, man. You know what I
Ah,
mean? Glad I could have secured some time and some space for can really be mindful in the room, you know?
definitely.
Yeah, man. It's been a while before I pass through, so it's
Yeah,
me.
man, we ain't see you in a minute, man. I remember you, man, because your poetry is real thought provoking, man. Very thought provoking, man, and definitely a dope ass case. What you got for us tonight, man?
Yeah, man. I give a thanks. You know, say I think usually if I could describe my style or my process, I really usually do think a lot about a poem, you know what I mean, before I put it down. But that piece, yeah, um, would I term it as raw poetry because it's just emotions finding words. So there was no really plan, anything. It's just how me I'm feeling. I don't know. I just sit down in that and just put that in a words. So that piece didn't have a title either, but you see me? That's all I vibe with it. I
All
think that's the
right,
first time I perform it too. So yeah, man, give a thanks again for the space. I'm gonna just jump tonight.
all right.
Xavier. The feeling needs no introduction, no introspection, just interaction with the higher I for even a second, and it reveals itself in all its poignancy, the plight of effortless inadequacy, of potential being ultimately robbed from promised potency and laid down bare for all to see. Yet none shall not, even me, knowing that you can bridge the gap between what is and what can be its own liberation, wrapped snug in its own torment. The weight of expectation waning and taming the wildness in us, breaths of inspiration stirring the soul into a fine blend until the dregs settle at the bottom and we can no longer tell ourselves apart anymore. The desires of others indistinguishable from our own, our pursuit of purpose molding itself into punishing pottery made to hold our ripest shame. So imagine our fear when this pottery cracks and leaks at our feet our own inadequacies, prompting us to stare down into our own crooked reflections where our shame puddles and our hope is muddled, so that soon we won't be able to see our own ankles. And no wonder we feel like a step forward, maybe a step back. No wonder we feel lost as our footsteps disappear into a rising tide of doubt and our journey is erased. Who we were, who we are, is where we're standing in this very moment, in this sinking sand called time, and swallowing the sun and leaving us only with darkness. Then isn't it ironic that at this moment we should happen upon our greatest hope? our most brilliant light at the bottom of the vase that holds our shame, once it is emptied, is now open. For all that we never were before, how fitting that growth requires sacrifice. And our brightest selves are then revealed only once we have passed through the river of our own despair. And we've survived our darkest dusk. Only then shall the sun's dawn be seated upon 1,000 hills, when we feel truly golden, when we feel truly golden, when we feel truly worthy. More love.
Wow, man. Wow, bro. Thought provoking is an understatement, man. It's an understatement, man. It was so many gems. There was so many gems in this piece, man. This piece was the, what you want to call, like, what thought-provoking poetry is. This was that, man. It's like every line led to the next. I love the duality. You was like really going on both sides of the coins, showing, you know, the potential of this side, the ramifications of this side, going to this side, going to that side. And I thought this was brilliant, man. I thought this was brilliant. You said we got to take a step forward. A step forward is really a step back. I was like, whoa. You said a step forward is really a step back. You know, sometimes, you know, you got to find your footing. Sometimes it's good to take a step back when you're going in the wrong direction. That's one less step in the wrong direction. Sometimes you got to. Sometimes you're moving so fast you can get sidetracked. And I felt that. I felt that with this poem, man. It was too many thought-provoking points that I could just point out, man. But overall, man, this was a brilliant piece, man. Very thought-provoking piece, man. It was very sagic, if that's a word. Like, you know what I'm saying? I felt, you know, like Yoda was talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you talking in parables, but at the same time, it's like it's plain, it's simplified. And it's just deeper meanings. And I thought it was dope, bro. I thought you did a great job with this, man. Great job, man. Payne, what you thought about it?
Yeah, man, this poem was like coming from a wise place. You could hear it. And I was going to say that was the description I was going to use, was like this poem almost felt like it was written in parable, especially when you started talking about the potter, when you used the metaphor for the pottery and then the pottery cracking and then the result of that cracking and all of that. Not only was it visual, but it was almost like metaphor or parable. And it was too many. This is a poem that you have to re-listen to, and every time you re-listen to it, you will find something else to play with or to dissect in your head, man. I really, really enjoy listening to this poem, and I appreciate you coming through and sharing this with us, brother. I appreciate it.
Definitely, man. Great job, Zabir. Great job, man.
Hey man, I'm more love and more strength. Yes, me big up the massive and me give a thanks for your listening ear. Yes, because sometimes, sometimes you're in a place where you try something new and not necessarily your strength, but with the feedback what you guys just give me a while ago, yeah, make me feel in a better place, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I appreciate love. I
yeah,
appreciate
Definitely,
it.
man.
bro.
As long as it's always truth, truth is never gonna sound any kind of way, but real, brother. So when you writing from a place that's true, you never have to worry about how it's gonna be received because people are gonna resonate with the truth always. So I appreciate you.
Definitely, man. Yeah, that was thought provoking, man. That joint had me, man. Said step forward is really a step back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Take a step back. It don't make no sense moving forward if we moving in the wrong direction. Take that step back. You know? That was dope, man. All right, Payne, who we got next on the mic, bro?
All right, man. So before I tell you who's next on the mic, I need to ask you a question.
Okay.
Did you pay the mic insurance?
I already know. I already know. See, luckily for us, the check cleared. So we are
All right, then.
Gucci. We are Gucci.
All right, so we good.
I already know who coming up on the stage now, man. Let's give it on up for Kimbrella. What it do, sis? What it do?
What's up, y'all? What's up, family? How y'all doing tonight?
We good, man. We
Good,
good,
we
man.
good. We better now, though.
Yeah, Whip, I owe you a ring around the eye like that dog Petey. Like that dog Petey from the Little Rascals. You know what you did last week.
And you know what's funny? I saw that message late. I saw that message a few days later. So I looked at it and I said, and I thought about it. I said, oh, she talking about Saturday. I started dying.
I was like, yep, Black. I was like, I'm about to find him looking like that dog from the Little Rascals with that ring around his eye.
Give him some raccoon eyes. You know what I'm saying? Swell up both of your eyes.
Nah. Much love, y'all. Y'all know I always love it here. Sometimes I just be wanting to be a fan, no real talk, and just kind of take it in because, as you know, I have a show also on Friday, so it's always fulfilling for me to sit back and
No,
sometimes
I
just,
don't know about no show on Fridays.
bruh, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing
What's
this.
going on? What happened? All
So
right. All
I'm
right.
gonna talk to Poetic Black because when people talk to him, he listen. So I'm gonna talk to him
Oh,
because my brother
oh,
be talking too
man.
much.
I told you I
So
get
I
old.
do have a show every other Friday called Renaissance Poetry. Comes on every other Friday on Blog Talk Radio on the Epiphany Radio, 9
Yes.
p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. Just like y'all do it, we bring up one poet at a time. They get to spit, network. We got an event page. We put the pictures up. They get to put, whatever they got going on. And it's a big open mic affair over there, Whip. I've been in your inbox and all sorts of things. So yeah, we gonna talk.
Y'all on next Friday?
Yes.
I'm there.
9
I'm there. I'm there.
p.m. Central.
I will be there.
Black, I'm gonna hold you responsible for this right here because
I'll
he
make
play
sure he
too
get
much.
there. I'll make sure he get there, man. I will make sure that he get there. I will make sure. I'm gonna put the inbox in his ear and be like, "Yeah, you remember today is
You know what I'm
Friday.
saying?
I got you." Because he don't take his
Shit.
Geritol every day. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to take it every day. That's what they told him to take every day. But he gets cloudy
He play
sometimes
too
with
much.
pain.
I'm gonna be there, Kimbrella. I'm gonna be there. My
I
brain,
am.
listen, it's not a reliable system, but I'll be there.
Nah. All right, y'all. But no, seriously, shout out to everybody that came before me. Love what y'all do. Always love being in this space, and I'll share with y'all when y'all ready.
Mike is yours, Queen.
All right. Damn. It seems like just about everyone's an IG model or makeup artist now. It's like Halloween year round on my part of town. But see, it goes deeper than trick or treat or pillowcases filled with money and sweets. Some people you've known all your life will walk past you, you wouldn't even know it. And creativity is no mystery, and everyone strives to be a little more complex to the next while tripping over their own steps. And I joke not, because this one's defiant to man. Hiding behind transparent glass, little red Corvette traveling nowhere fast, giving up the ass to every man she passes. Yeah, she passes the word of gospel and claims she's Pentecostal. Please.
This is a woman who spent most of her life on her knees charging fees for sexual expertise, yet she leads everyone to believe because of the mask she wears, you see, that she is holier than thou. Sad case, because even in our workplace, we come face to face with racists stating certain faces should live in different places, but what is their basis upon which they place this thesis, stereotypical speeches, yet they try to camouflage their entourage of ignorant people. You, incognito, I don't think so, because I peeped your style and pulled your file and read amongst my people the evil that is seen through peekaboo. We see you. Yet you try to hide behind your corporate walls, phony ass smiles, loan applications, and court trials. See, clever you are, but not quite enough, because even behind your mask, I can still call your bluff. Even as I look outside my window, I can see the Escalade truck filled with Molly perks, opioids, and dope. And I damn near choke because your PhD in street pharmacy is killing off our mothers, fathers, sisters, and brothers and leaving families broken. Yet your intellectually malnourished brain allows these lame dames to kneel down to give brain all the claim fame and inject their veins with pain. But what's really a shame is that some of you to sell from the same wounds of which you came. Please explain how you maintain your sanity, chasing this kind of vanity of fast cash, drip, bling, money ain't a thing. Will go to any measure for materialistic pleasures, just to look like a baller, but you're really a fallen soul. Yet to the spiritually challenged, this hustle is viewed as a necessary task to achieve their goals, but they're really blindfolded by your mask. See, she asks herself daily if she can just fit in. She wants to blend her curves in with the others, hoping she will be viewed as thin. Those hunger pains in her esteem growl from within, begging to be fed with substance that will weigh more than lettuce leaves, allowing her true image to breathe. See, something was spoken to her in her juvenile spirit about the way her thighs rubbed together and how the fullness of her face erased her chance to be photographed as beautiful. And since that day, her fingers fondled her tonsils until a response of regurgitated pain covered her fingernails past her cuticles, and she argues with her better judgment and lies to her own eyes in the mirror saying, I'm fine. I am fine. Yet each time, line after line, a tear about faced upon her face, erasing her chance to be believable. They smiled so wide, standing side by side with expensive wedding bands and the picture perfect attire. Draped in labels and designers that portray status, everybody says they have it all. But the walls of their lavish home speak in tones of anger between what seems to be two strangers. The children, they cover their ears, hoping to drown out the sounds of a verbal war. Two sets of ears, yet no one's really listening. But they're hurting. Yet they're emerging weaponry from their throats. She hopes to make him taste the backwash of her tears for every year that her dignity disappeared when he smeared her trust in the lust for something extra with stilettos that didn't fit her feet. And he's sweet at playing the keys to her guilt's piano as each time he looks at their firstborn, he is torn and scorned that the DNA is not a match. See, the outsiders they envy, believing that they have plenty, ignorant to the painful truth that their lavish house full of the finer things is actually empty. See, many of us wear our masks to help us survive the pain and hardships that we endure in our lives. But tell me this, when you're through fooling everyone else and you take off your mask, can you still look at yourself? Peace.
Wow. Wow, my God, man. Kimbrella, man, you never cease to amaze me, man. Your storytelling ability is just out of this world. It's abnormal. And your content, man, like that's why when you come on the stage, like it's like I'm a kid in a candy store. Cause I really did content, man. I love poetry that makes me think. I love poetry that tells stories. It's gonna allow me to reflect. And you never fail. You never ever fail to come with those visuals. Yo, while you were spitting this entire poem, I saw this being one of those visual poems. You know how they take the videos and they get the
Yeah.
pictures playing behind this. You're telling the whole story right here. And it's like you're laying it out. You're laying out all of the different things that contribute to our current condition. And it's like as far as content is concerned, like these are the poems that I want to hear, you know, when they do some inaugural or the inauguration and all that, some big event going.
Oh, wow.
These are the poems I want to hear when you have large masses of people together and you know, you have their attention. This was phenomenal, man. The subject matter alone, it was just right on point and so necessary. And you never fail to bring that out, man, to bring out the awareness in what's going on in the world and what's going on in the world of us, really. And I appreciate you, Queen. This was a phenomenal job, man. What you thought about it, baby?
Thank you so much.
You know, Black takes all the time when it's time to comment on a particular
Oh,
poet.
man, here we go.
He takes all the time up. So
There's no
he makes
time.
sure
There's
he
no
say
time. You see?
everything. So I sound like I don't get a chance to come up with my own ideas.
Oh,
But
man.
this was Audio Broadway.
Mm.
I think like this is definitely something that plays while we visually are watching these things play out. I think you just did an excellent job of making your words visual. The writing and everything else that go along with this piece, I expect that from you, Kimbrella. That's why Black got to play that mic tax every week. But it was the visual, it was the way you was visually able to storytell that really just had me. It was this was definitely spell casting at its finest, and you already know I'm a fan of yours, Kimbrella. I don't know what else to say. I love you.
I love you too. I love you too. And I appreciate that, very, very humbling, because they got that saying, you want to know what's going on with the world, ask a poet. So
Mm.
if you ain't putting it out there like that, you ain't doing your
That's
job.
right.
That's kind of why we have these voices. I know we got all different genres and all that. We love to have fun, but at the foundation of it, it's about speaking about what's going on because we know you turn on TV, radio, you ain't getting the real deal. You
That's
getting
right.
fancied up, you getting lies, you getting BS. So we gotta hold ourselves accountable for pushing that pen to get people to understand the heartbeat of what's going on out here.
Facts. They don't give you the real news. They just give you dumbed down, distorted versions. What I said in that poem page, that was that Slaves of the Millennium or something like that. But yeah, that's
See
real
how he
rap.
take all the
That's
time,
real rap.
Kimbrella? See how
That's
he
real
take all
rap.
the time?
That's real rap. Go ahead.
See how he take all the
I
time
didn't
up?
know if you was finished yet. Go ahead, bro. You got it. Because I do got something else to say, though. But go ahead.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Now you want me to help. Now you want me to quote you and stuff. Now you don't even want me to say my own
Yo,
words.
y'all out of control.
Yeah, I've been dealing with this
Y'all
for
out of
years now, for
control.
years. But what you said emerging weaponry from their throats. I thought that was dope, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. When I was talking about the couple, because that's another thing. Like we got this window of what things look like, this happy, happy, joy. Everybody posting pictures on social media. They
Mm.
got this car, this house, and they got other people going into depression, measuring their lives up against what they posted pictures about, and that life is the fakest thing ever. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like once we start getting back to being human beings and really giving people a snapshot of what that looks like so we all can help each other with mental health because that's a big problem out here.
Mm.
We can start really fixing some of the way the rest of this stuff looks out here.
Facts. I agree totally, man. Yeah, great job, Kimbrella, as always. As always. That's why we get this insurance. We got Geico, you know what I'm saying? You know, we had to switch
God
from
bless you,
progressive. We
sir.
had to switch from progressive because they was getting too high. It was getting too high. So Geico gave us a better plan. So we can save 15% on our microphone insurance by just switching to Geico.
And
but
I
yeah.
just want to say one more thing. Shout out to Sunshine. I think that is awesome to be pushing your children forward, creating a legacy for them. That's the kind of stuff we all want to hear. So much love.
Definitely. Definitely, man. Oh man. This has been beautiful. It's a beautiful night of poetry. We ain't done yet. I know we got some more people up on the stage. So tell me, Payne, who we got next on the mic?
All right, next on the mic is Candy Baby with this
Oh,
PTR. With
let
this PTR. I wonder what's going on with this PTR. PTR.
I
It's summertime.
I didn't see it
It's
yet.
summertime. She outside.
Let's bring Candy Baby up to the stage.
Candy Baby is outside.
Not I'm outside. I'm in the house with these kids, for real.
That's why she's not by the house with these kids. What are you talking about? I ain't outside. Yeah, don't think though. What's good, Candy Baby? How you doing?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm well. Can't wait to hear what you got for us tonight.
This is a letter to Jupiter Hammond and Phyllis Whitley. It's in response to his address to Miss Phyllis Whitley. Dear Mr. Hammond and Miss Whitley, I learned about you on the playground in the middle of the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a hymn. I can't remember the words. Hold on, let me see. It went, oh, say, can you see how oppression still affects me? No. I learned about you during his story class in a book with images that didn't seem to reflect me. Grandma interjected, changed my trajectory, and introduced me to the works of unsung Black folks. Mr. Hammond, your address to Miss Whitley hooked me like a crook, which led me to the words that's written on this paper. So you know your influence on me. That's not it. I learned about you in the face of colorism in my front yard. The little light-skinned girl screamed, stay out the sun, Blackie. So I ran in the house and I looked at the skin I was in and cried, asking God to have mercy on me and make me the image of white-skinned boys and girls who were viewed as purer than I. No, that can't be it. I learned about you through the separation of the accepted house Negroes who went to institutions and assimilated by trading baggy hip-hop clothes for suits and briefcases, exchanged ebonics for phonics while they were assisting in creating laws that set the field Negroes up for institutions that chained them up and locked them up. They went from free labor to labor for pennies, an upgrade from the field. Nah, that's not it. I learned about you through muteness. You gave me poetry that showed me where my voice is. You shifted my focus. The house Negro is as important as the field hand. Educational institutions are where we build armies of militants, each assigned the duty to serve the purpose of Black excellence. The beats of our drums can be heard following the North Star when the house Negro and the field Negro move in solidarity. This is our fight. Everyone else has to wait. We're not lost. We're growing our own crops, eradicating welfare, creating new Black Wall Streets. You inspired me to use my voice in the middle of the infamous racist taunts. Go back to Africa, darky. And I yelled, set us free. We built this country. No, that's only part of it, Mr. Hammond and Miss Whitley. You groomed me and helped me love each facet of my history. You mixed me 40% house, 40% field, and the other 20% is confused because Master uses field hands through music to murder, murder, kill, kill, shake something for a few dollar bills. Overseers once rode horses and hung strange fruit from trees. Now they pull us over in cars with blue and red flashing lights. Our voices are heard and muted in media industries. Our new auction block in integrity and morale is up for sale. I pray for our Black sons and daughters, but because of you, I won't let peace be still. No, that's not it either. This letter could go on forever, Mr. Hammond and Miss Whitley, but we have a new hymn now. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty.
And I promise with this pen and paper, no weapon formed against me shall prosper. My notepad is my Draco, and I will remain lethal with my pen Glocky. No worries, your power is within me. You serve as more than my ancestors before Paul, Langston, Francis, Armaya. It was you who gave me inspiration. I give homage because you're like literary gods, and with this gift called poetry you gave me, I promise to do nothing but make you proud. With love, your humble descendant, Candy Baby.
Oh man. Whoa. See, oh man. This joint right here was just chock full of like wisdom, chock full of facts, chock full of, like let's read this story and let's see what's going on. Let's break it down. Let's peel these onions. And wow, man. Powerful, man. Powerful. Sentiment wise, man, this joint right here, man. Like, I love your cadence in this. I love your delivery. The matter of factness, you give me the vibe, it gives me and I don't want to compare you to her. I'm only comparing you to her from the articulation. But Candace Owens, the way this sister articulates herself, I think she carries herself, as far as verbally is concerned, she can really, she can go there. And the way you laid out the facts in this, the way you presented it, I thought this was epic, man. I thought this was a dope piece. This was a piece that needs to be heard. And I resonated with it, man. Great job. Payne, what you thought about it?
Yeah, I got to second everything Black said. I really appreciate your dedication to punctuation and articulation. You're very clear. And so I can tell that delivery, or at least people understanding what you're saying, is important to you. And I hear that in your delivery. There was parts in the poem where I felt like you were going kind of fast. I don't know if that's on purpose or if that's how you mean for the piece to come across. I just feel like what you're saying is so important that I don't want people to miss what you're saying. There was just a few spots in the poem where you kind of picked up your delivery a little bit. So again, I don't know if that was purposeful or not, but it's important that people hear what you're saying in this poem because this is a poem people need to hear. This is the second time that you came here and kind of wrecked it, Candy Baby, in a row. Like the last time you was here, I remember the piece you did kind of left me like, yeah. So yeah, man, you on the list, man. You on the list. We watching you, Candy Baby. And I just meant you was outside in the PTR. I didn't think you was outside right now. It's 12:30. I wasn't trying to imply you was outside right now. Just man.
I'm trying to clean it up. You thought the PTR was the night, man. You thought this was, man. Like, keep it real, man. You know what you thought, man.
I don't be outside, period. Hardly ever. I only go outside like once.
That's right. That's a wholesome woman right there, man.
But when I do, I show out.
Talk about it. Oh man. Yeah, dope piece, man. Dope piece. I really enjoyed that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for sharing that. Most
Thank
definitely.
you for having me up.
Most definite, sis. Oh man, this is a great night of poetry. Great night of poetry. All right, Payne.
I can't wait till you run for politics, man. Just let me be your campaign manager, boy. Whoa, boy.
You crazy.
This guy, he's really good at this.
You crazy. Who else we got on the call it? Yeah.
We got two more people on the mic. We got Mai Tai and Russ. Next on the mic is Mai Tai.
Oh, let's get it. Bring a Mai Tai to the stage. Oh yeah, before Mai Tai spit, the last week's episode. Last week's episode, if you guys didn't check it out, is up everywhere. It's on Apple, it's on Spotify, it's on YouTube as well. If you check it out on YouTube, you don't have them other streaming sites, you can check it out on YouTube. But if you got Apple or one of them joints, Spotify, Amazon, go check it out, man. Tell us what you think. But everybody that performed last week is up there, so y'all can check out y'all performance. Great episode last week. All right, my Ty, what's good with you, Queen? You was on last week's episode and you killed.
Yeah.
And you killed last week. You know what I'm saying? So what's good with you? What you got this week?
Peace and blessings to y'all. I got some new ink for y'all.
Beautiful.
I got this piece I titled, What is Love? What is love? Do you know? Because I don't. I want to know. I want to love hard, but honestly, it's something stopping me from loving you. Maybe it's because I've learned to love myself properly. Or maybe I'm scared if I love you, you'll treat me like a piece of property. Then you'll condemn me. I said I loved you, but was it really love? Or was it your lust that was sending me mixed signals, causing me to miss the red flags you purposely waved in my face? So what is love really? Is it making love to the enemy or allowing you to release your bad energies and stick to me like another entity? What is love? Only love I know is what my mama showed me. And I think I leaned into you because my father wasn't there to hold me, and he wasn't there to scold me or show me how I'm supposed to be loved by a man. So when it comes to love, I'm doing the best I can, but still, what is love? Because I'm confused on a meaning. I mean, how can you love someone your first time meeting them? And how can you trust someone after the first time sleeping with them? That's not love. Because I looked up the definition of love, and it says having an intense feeling of deep affection for someone, not an intense feeling of a deep erection for someone. You got an Urban Dictionary definition type of love, having multiple meanings, not really meaning what you say. Like, you say I love you, but what you really mean is I love fucking you. And I say I love what you do to me, but what I really mean is can you love me properly? So, what is love? Is it me giving my all to you and getting nothing in return, or you leaving me out in the sun are you leaving me out in the sun to dry but not realizing soon I'll burn? I don't think this is the type of love I yearn. I don't think my love is what you've earned, and after all this time I still haven't learned what love is. I don't comprehend your kind of love. Can you use it in a sentence? Love is not supposed to be a life sentence, so why do I feel locked in your prison but I don't feel love? What is love? Tell me, damn it. Because the love you're giving me, I can no longer stand it. My feelings are uncontrollable. They can no longer be managed. The love you give me is causing me heart damage. So what is love? Do you know? Because I don't. I want you to teach me how to love properly, but you won't because you weren't loved properly. And you don't know what love is either. Your love is sick. It's giving me a fever. Your father should have told you not to make a girl fall in love with you if you were just going to leave her. So what is love? Because it feels like a drug and you're like rehab. I keep leaving and coming back. What is love? Where is it at? Can you point it out on a map? Locate the real meaning. This love got me itching and scratching. This love got me fiending. This love got me bleeding. This love got me believing that you are the true meaning. When really, you are a fairy tale that ends in hell. This love is stale. This love has failed. This love is not fair. I need love that's rare. Yeah, you're there, but your love don't care, and it's costing me a fare. Your love is weary, it's scary, and it's tearing me apart, sending me into the dark. It's freezing up my heart, and that's because the love for yourself has yet to start. So when it begins, ask yourself, what is love? Do you know? Because I don't. Peace.
Wow. Wow. Say that shit. Say that, man. Great piece, my Ty. Great piece, man. I love the refrain of the interrogative. What is? You kept beating it into us. What is? And each time you're coming with a different example of what it is not. You know, what you're experiencing is not love, and it's not. You know, love is balance. Love comes back. Love is like a reflection. Love is gonna show you what you show it. That's love. Anything other than that is infatuation. And this piece right here was dope. I love the way you brought it up. You started out real subtle, and you led into it, and you got to the apex, man, and you just brought it home. I felt the passion in this poem. It was dope. The content was right on point. It's something that we really should look at. What is love, and are we really in love? You know what I'm saying? I thought it was dope, man. Great job. What you thought about it, Payne?
Um, yeah, Monty, this this piece was sincere, and I could feel the sincerity in the piece and in your delivery. How long you been writing?
Um, I've been writing. I've been writing books and music for a very long time. Um, I just started. I've been writing poetry for about 5 years, I think. I just started reciting it this year.
You just started reciting poetry.
Yeah, I just started reciting poetry. I got on the app in March. Oh, well, a little bit before that, I was doing like little talent shows
Hmm.
um, on another app, but I was recycling like two pieces back because I only had two pieces. And when I got on the app, um, I started recycling those pieces, and I ran into a lot of people who helped me push my pen a little bit further with the poetry. So, but I had like just little stuff that I had written down, and I wasn't like I didn't take it as serious as I do now. But yeah.
Because I think I said this to you last week or the last time you was here that I could feel or I could hear a little nervousness in your delivery. I didn't know where it was coming from, and you know you're a good writer, and with pieces like that, you know, it's really, really, really good that you have a comfortability in your delivery so that we feel comfortable and we able to really get into the piece. I thought the piece was great, but I just want you to stop being nervous. That's all. Cause you dope.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, this was a dope piece, man. I really enjoyed this joint right here, man. You took it there. I didn't sense no nerves in this one. This one right here, you brought it. You brought it. You know, wow. Oh man,
I
man.
think I think Pain be like staring into my soul or something. Like he just he be bringing out. I don't be trying to sound nervous, but he be searching. He be not searching for it, but he be locating it.
Oh man.
We good. You good here. You in a safe space over here. Eyes sharp as eye. You don't gotta be nervous.
Yeah, yeah. You
It's
you you in good
the thing.
company.
I'm comfortable reciting on a like in here, but like I said, the situation, the place I'm in, I be around people. So, and it's like I'm okay with being around people because I'm trying to get used to reciting in front of other people, like actually like being like literally there's somebody sitting across from me. So like that's probably what it was. But I'm
I
working
got
on it.
you.
Mm.
I
I'm
got
working
you.
on
I
it.
got you. I got you.
Yeah, this is what you do. If you ever in New York and you on a crowded train, start spitting some poetry. Get everybody start listening to you. You know you're there. Cause I was all
That
in.
is not.
I
How
was
she?
I was all in. I was on because this is what makes you. I know the fear she's talking about when other people's around you, and that's how you poet no matter where you're at. You know what I'm saying? Is that disdain because you said I'm not in the poetry vibe? Are people gonna, are they gonna
True.
embrace me? You know what I'm saying? So
True.
I dig where you're coming from, but when you start to poet, like it helped me going on the train. Nobody know about no poetry. Anybody think about no poetry and be able to catch everybody's attention. It's an exercise. You know what I'm saying? It'll shed that little thing off of being shy around other people that's not poets. Even though they're not poets, your poetry will make
So
them love
listen, next
poetry.
time you in Walmart, you online, there's mad people on the line, just be like,
I
just
said
go in. Just go in.
word, but yeah.
I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't care where I'm at. If I get on like, if I'm on like Clubhouse or whatever, somebody holding a room and it's my turn, I'm reciting wherever.
That's what I'm
You know,
talking about. Let's
That's
get
what's
it.
up.
I'm trying to find like open mics and stuff so I can get back on the stage and get comfortable with doing that stuff. So I appreciate
Yeah,
the space.
Definitely,
yeah, we
Queen.
appreciate you, my time.
Most definite. All right, all right, all right. We wrapping it up. We wrapping it up.
We wrapping it up. Next on the mic, taking us out is Russ.
Let's bring Russell. I was waiting for the because you usually do some coming from the streets of Harlem, New York. You know what I'm saying? You usually got some joints for Russ, man. What's good, Russ? How you been, my brother?
Gentlemen, I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy to be here. It's been at such a high level, what I've caught, and I love the whole thing. I love the pieces. I love how all of us come, best behavior, popping our collars, like, hey, listen, it's poetic black and written in pain, so we better behave. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
man.
and I love the way you to dig into the pieces and what you highlight. So I'm happy.
Definitely, Russ, man.
Thank
We
you, Russ.
happy you here,
Yeah,
man.
we appreciate you for squeezing us in your schedule, man.
Yes, man. This is our favorite part of the show where we can sit back on the couch and let's lay back. Let's go. I'm ready.
Okay, all right. I decided to swear off rhyming for a month, and this piece is evidence that I'm having a hard time with that. It's called Intimation of Rhyme. I've been trying to take a break from rhyme, but she's so insecure. She blocks the door. She begs for more. Anyways, if you know, you know. A pleasing rhyme scheme can be an IED that's incendiary and educational, but dangerous, where rhymes are the fuse. Carelessly, I lurch forward, one false step, and I explode. Rhyme schemes clattering down around me. Insensate shards of me in the shrapnel, and a wish for wholeness is phantom pain. It bothers a man to favor TNT. That's the nothing thing. To favor it over being. Like fucking is a poem about intimacy. And if you don't know the difference between the dream and the manifestation, then you're no kind of poet. The fact of the matter is pain. Unremitting, like destiny has an appetite. Like I'm humble, barely breathing over here. Rhyming is in front of me. I'm in shot glasses lined up. 1, 2, hit me again, bartender, like a million times. Let me tell you how best intentions at best blend into present lessons. See, I cannot resist a wish for stitches. Yet I know how I hide. Quick, what rhymes with deicide? Shall I tell you how I decided on a slow glide? All rise over suicide. Anyways, prideful decisions again. Of course, a rendering of source. If you must know, it was always and ever a song about letting go. So let me express my sincerest gratitude. I close my eyes and detect course correction. Vivisection again. The cost of loss and the dissociative pleasure of rhyming measures keeps me tethered. Better quickly take a picture of this tick. Stick with me, pack bowls of that sticky, icky, light the wick. Mend the tragic rhyme is magic. No less of a blessing, I'm confessing to my dashboard. Lord knows I find flow or it finds me. It puts me on the assembly line. A fine grind by design. An elemental development of rudiments. Again, I'm a student. No, give me that torment. Thought we had a moment. Now it's toe tapping and ass slapping. It was a blast while it lasted. A divine grind from past times. You've realigned. That's fine. Like trust the emergent. I'ma go and diverge like a purging at your urging, and you know how I like to please. Pass the peas. I get it. You're here for me. I've been anointed by bullet points. And peace.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Russ, man, you think differently, man. Oh man, yo, you said fucking is a poem about intimacy.
That's the first thing you asked. Yeah, man.
Oh man, yo, I lost it. I lost it with it. I was like, hold the fuck up. I was like, yo, that's profound. I was like, fucking, it's a poem about intimacy. I was like, yo, this shit is dope. That's a t-shirt. You should market that. So. You should market that. Oh my God. It was so many different levels in this, man. It was just thought-provoking is an understatement. Thought-provoking is an understatement, man. I'm trying to get into what is it, man. And it's a mix because your writing ability is up there. You can write, but it's more than the writing. It's more than the writing. It's the calculated, measure of how you deliver. The exasperation, everything, the size, and all of it lends to the greatness of the poem. And I'm not saying this lightly, man. It's an experience. It's an experience the way you recite your poems, man. And I'm sitting there and I'm listening to all of the inflections. I'm listening and I'm like, this is epic, B. But I was stuck when you said fucking is a poem about intimacy. That was like, yo, mind blown. I was gone. I was like, oh shit, it is though. It is. When you think about it, it is. Oh man, great job, Russ, man. Yo, great job, man. Pain, man. Go ahead, bro. What you think about this, brother? Oh my God.
First of all, I think the beginning of this poem, I don't remember the line. I think it started with a pleasing rhyme scheme. What's that line, Russ? What's a pleasing rhyme scheme?
Oh yeah. Hang on. Anyways, if you know, you know. A pleasing rhyme scheme can be an IED that's incendiary and educational but dangerous, where rhymes are the fuse. Carelessly, I lurch forward. One false step and I explode. Rhyme schemes clattering down around me.
Yeah.
Mm.
I loved all of that because I love
Okay.
rhyme schemes. So you had me. See, that was my fucking is a poem about intimacy part. That was that for me. Because I was just like, I'm involved because I have a relationship with rhyme schemes. You see, so
I
I
noticed.
dug that. Yeah. Then you mentioned the bowls of that sticky. So then I'm like, what's not to like about this poem? Um, but this is the line. This is the line. This is the line for me. The fact of the matter is pain, bro. Talk about a t-shirt. Talk about a
Yeah.
t-shirt.
Yeah. Well, you know. You
You
know.
know I know.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Uh,
man.
it was, what was the other one? What was the other one? Oh, a wish for wholeness is shadow pain.
Oh, Let me find that. I don't think I'm going to be able to find that real quick.
Yeah, but I think that's what you said. I think you said a wish for wholeness is shadow pain or something to that effect.
Phantom
Yes.
pain. You was like phantom
Yes.
pain.
Insensate shards of me in the shrapnel and a wish for wholeness is phantom pain. And then it's on to the T.
Phantom.
Yeah, and then it's on
Phantom.
to the TNT thing.
Russ, man, I'm a big fan of your poetry, man. I agree with what Black said about your cadence. You know when to do what. Your poetry goes from conversational, and then sometimes I just really feel like you could have easily been one of the Beastie Boys.
Oh, man. Wow. Listen, I appreciate that. I'm humbled. Hey, can I say a quick word about this week's workshop?
Oh, most
Yeah,
definite.
please,
Most
man, please
definite,
do,
man.
please do.
All right. So the workshop is Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in which we kind of body a project together. Not always, but much of the time it's going to be some advanced work of writing a piece under certain guidelines and then bringing the piece in on Wednesday at 9. So this week it's rhyme, not rhyme. And the idea is you take, I have 3 suggested prompts in my profile. I have the description of the whole thing in my profile. It's also in the room announcement. But you take the same prompt and you write 2 pieces off the same prompt. One rhymes, the other does not. And so we're going to get a look at sort of what happens energetically when you're into rhyme scheme and comparing it to, being free and clear of the need to rhyme. So that's one. And then I got a next one on deck, which is sort of a piece with this, which is rhythm, not rhythm. So that's our next exercise, where the idea is you got a beat going that you're listening to, and you're having a piece completely cohere to that beat. And then again, you use the same prompt to write a piece that that you're writing in silence. Anyways, we're having fun over there, and I really appreciate you all, giving me an opportunity to speak about it. And
Most definite.
please come through.
Yes, yes. Pain showed up last week, didn't he? He
He
showed
sure
up.
did.
All
Yeah,
right, all
great
right,
and
all
great,
right. Because I
great
got caught up.
contribution.
I got caught up, man. Because he told me that he spit the piece of the conversation that we had, and you know what I'm saying. Hope that went over well. You know what I'm saying. I hope that went
Oh,
over well.
it did. It was a great contribution, and listen, more to come.
Oh man, I can't wait, man. Yeah, Russ, man, you're definitely an asset, man, to this community, man. You're definitely a contribution to what we love and what we live for. And we appreciate you, man, coming through from week to week, man, showing love, man, just being a supporter and just, and contributing, man, being here, man. We appreciate you, brother, for real.
It's mutual, you know that.
Definitely. Oh
Thank you,
man.
Russ.
All right, Payne.
So wait a minute, hold on, because I'll be on top of things around here. I seen you get requested
This
to
dude,
do.
I'm surprised you caught that. You
I
caught.
stay on top of things, and iron sharpens iron, man. So you supposed to be doing consumerism.
Oh, okay, I got you, man. Yeah, Khadijah requested that joint, so I'm gonna do that joint, man, all day, man. The Queen requests it, and I was gonna do it. I think I got that piece.
So coming to the stage, let's give a warm, warm welcome for my brother and your brother by request of Khadijah. So you know he about to do this right.
It's too crazy.
Ain't gonna be no stumbles, no mistakes. Poetic black.
All right, let me see if I got this piece. It's coming from the dome, so if I what you call it, please forgive me. I said, at the commencement of consumerism in the 1920s, black people took advantage. Disenfranchised at every vantage, they still managed to be resilient. Take the brilliance of Greenwood, for example. A black entrepreneur by the name of O.W. Gurley saw it worthy to purchase 40 acres of land and planned to sell it only to blacks. He assimilated something since that has never been duplicated. Hence, what's our excuse? I refuse to believe what these black pioneers achieved was restricted to their time. The keys to their success was their ability to invest in each other. But now it just seems we just have the propensity to outdo each other. In the United States, blacks are the number one consumers, coupled with the fact that we manufacture nothing we consume pretty much makes us the biggest losers. How did we become so vain? Can someone explain how 90% of black hair products are produced by Koreans? Or how Arabs from Yemen can come into the ghetto and sell us Mama's fried chicken is beyond me. How annually we have the buying power of over 1 trillion, but there's no dividends to justify our excessive spending, but according to T-Pain, we winning. I'm beginning to see the error in our ways. What's the real cost for a pair of J's? A day's wage or a lifetime learning that you can't earn a living by killing your earnings, turning assets into liabilities. You really need 4 TVs in that SUV? 3 cell phones and takeout every night of the week? Black Wall Street. Black economics at its peak. A peak of what we could achieve if we pooled our resources and redefined the nature of our needs. In Greenwood, the dollar would circulate 60 to 100 times before it left. In my hood, there is no circulation because there's no black businesses left. Consumerism in 2023 is black people's curse. Though in the 1920s, it was the initial system used to prove our worth. But we just want to be the ones who buy it first. Spending is trending depending who's the recipient of the sale. The death in it is definite. But we're so consumer driven, it's hard to tell. All hail to the king and queen of retail. Can't even hear myself think over the laughter when he yells, "What are those?" Nah, what's your goals? To ball out of control with Fendi lenses, E-Class Benzes, and open-toe stilettos? How you think this madness unfolds? Bad credit, we still don't get it. In debt with no debit. The rent's due, but it's a 20% off sale at Jimmy Choo's. I'm so confused. Because we have the arsenal to win, but no discipline, so we're determined to lose. Just look at the news. The NASDAQ said Prada, Gucci, and Platinum was through the roof. Oh, you need more proof? Okay, why none of the owners in the stores in your community look like you? Something to think about next time you're counting your loot. Black people, be careful how you spend. Because the only thing expendable is you. Poem. Yeah, that was for Khadijah. That's for the Queen Khadijah.
Yeah, I know.
That was from the dome too. That was from the dome, man. It was hard for me to get that. You had to recollect that, get into the mental Rolodex, but it's still up in my head somewhere. I still had it up in there. What's up? Well, I know you got something else up your sleeve since I just spit just now. I know you got something up your sleeve.
Nah, that's it, man. We out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for coming through.
Oh, how you hold on? You made me the closer. How you finagle that? You made me the closer. I
didn't make you the closer. Khadijah made you the closer.
But you usually have somebody else to close the show. But
I do got somebody else to close the show. You know me so well. I do got a rabbit in the hat. I do.
Who is it going to be? Who is it going to be? Let me know.
First lady of the composition.
Let's get it. Go on, Miss Light Skin. Let's get it. Bring on up to the stage. Miss Lyrical Movements, First Lady of the Composition. What's good with ya?
said good day, good night, and good evening, depending on where you are. Hello, hello. How are you? What's up? I missed you. What's going
Oh
on?
man, I've been good. I've been good, man. What's good with you? It's like you've been under the water, man. You've been under the water. You've been making things happen out there. I
No,
know. I
I
know.
have been. I have been. I got some stuff for you. It's coming soon. It's cooking in a pot. It's cooking in a pot. But yeah, I just came through with some inside blues for you. I don't know
Let's
if you
get
remember
it.
this.
Let's get it.
This is some inside blues. I hope you can hear me well. Rejected, infected, life interjected. I somehow, indirectly, feel disrespected. She has no reason. It's just her season. Still feels like treason. I never heard of you. Well, I never believed in heartache. Hearts break. Trust me. I know firsthand the benefactor. Last stand. I am essential without any fans. I need not any parade. I just needed a page to say thank you. This is me enraged. Why? Because scant people can't faze me. Drowning in sand. I am walking magic in a brown paper bag. I am all my bad habits. I am Bobby, Ricky, and Mike. I am the tyke he never wanted. I am the soldier that died yesterday in a landmine, in a landslide, in an open battle he did not create. In nature's confines, so nothing equates. Before your Valentine came to grind, I was considered fine to relate to. I am fate's only plate blue. I am the clean slate fool. I am my father's only mistake, sad but true, so I became the block. I done balled up and died in Miss Seeley's crops. I am the cops. I am the field. I am Mr. I am Nettie planning my escape. Seeley's only sister, someone get the pistol. I am hate. I am me. So elusive, I am Billie Holiday's blues. I am Phyllis Hyman's favorite shoes. I am your last fix for Jimi Hendrix. I'm your next flick via Netflix. In fact, they named me Poetry in Motion before the MTA got the patent. They knew me in Shaolin before they ever even called it statin. Before I hit the store, before I hit the floor, I'll hit the door and you'll want more. See me in 2023, I'll never stop. Lyrics I drop, this flow is like a hit. I'm drug-free, green envy, just my ting, my ring, my bling. So somebody better cop me, top me, pop me, or just follow me for life. And
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it, compo style. You come up here. You lay down bombs and WMDs. You know what WMDs is? Weapons of mass destruction. And just drop mics and just leave like that. I'm loving it. Compo stand
I
up
like
all
that.
day, all
I love
day.
you. Mad love to you. King.
Bad love, Queen. You already know, man. It's all love. Family for life. Oh, man, I want to thank you guys. If Payne don't got nobody else up his sleeve, you know how he do, man. Come out, we about to end the show. It's one more. But, yeah, man, I want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. A great, great night of poetry, man. I mean, we definitely got poetic pneumonia because the climate changed so many different times, and each way we went, it was fulfilling, it was necessary, it was needed. This show don't exist without the people, man. And I love it when it's intimate like this, and it's we got this vibe, and we just we're communing, and everything is love, man. And I thought it was some hearts touched tonight, man, with the poetry. And I thank you guys for sharing that, man. If you guys didn't listen to last week's episode, if you didn't know, it's up on all the streaming sites. If you don't have those streaming sites like Apple, Google, and none of them other joints, you can go to YouTube. It's up on YouTube. Follow the Iron Sharpeth Iron YouTube page, and you'll definitely get those alerts when a new episode drop. This episode right here tonight, it should be up by Monday. So you guys look out for that, man. Thank you guys for coming out and sharing this love with us. Payne, you got any final words for the people before we end off, brother?
I just, I love what we do over here, man. I appreciate everybody taking the time out their Saturday night to come through and sharpen iron with us, man. Me and Black love poetry for real. So y'all coming over here and sharing y'all art with us, man. It's a great thing, and we'll be here next Saturday, 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
9
Eastern
p.m. Eastern
Standard
Standard.
Time.
We'll be right here.
That's right. Thank you guys, man. We love you guys, man. And good night. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another.
Or the story. I thought it was a good story. I just felt like it was parts of the story that lagged a little bit for me.
Your cadence, man, it captivated me.
Me, it's just the sincerity in the piece. I could feel that, and the emotion is always going to win me over when I can feel that it's real. So
it was one of those pieces that, where you're waking people up, you know what I'm saying, bringing awareness. It was an awareness poem, and I really dug it, and I really dug the message behind it.
Thank y'all very much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the space.
Are you ready to enter the dojo? Here, iron sharpeth iron.